it always carries over the title. I'm not going to look at it. It's funny. Hey everybody, welcome back to GameFly Live. What's up? It is me, Comic Book Joe. I'm surrounded with first-person Feldy. And we've got a special guest joining us tonight.
How's it going, guys?
We've got our man Tom, who is a data guy from town. He's DC. Flying in for the holidays. Tom, you need tomorrow? Yeah, we'll figure one out. Yeah. Our longtime, our listeners know that we've got, our viewers know that we, one of our regulars is Data Angel. We put Data Angel. So think about something along those lines.
I don't like to identify myself with my job. I like my introduce myself. I don't immediately go to my profession.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, you know, I'm Comic Book Joe, you know.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Tom.
I read them. Read them.
I read them.
I read comics. I don't read comics.
Apparently third person is the way to go in this game. Just throwing that
Oh,
out.
yeah?
Yeah. I can wall Oh, it's defeat. We lost.
Uh-oh.
The resistance lost.
The resistance. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
I kind of like Empire way more than the resistance. They get all the cool stuff. Like,
The Empire does get all the cool stuff.
They get all the cool stuff.
That has been a truism since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So
They
good.
get all the fun gadgets and everything.
Yeah, they get like Imperial walkers.
Queue for the Rebel line.
Right, no.
It's not like here's the thing that you're gonna need right when you need it.
No.
Oh my God, there totally should be.
In your pocket or
Yeah, right.
There totally should be.
Well, maybe there is.
Like here's an anti-Star Destroyer or something or other.
Yeah, exactly. The watch with the laser that saves the day.
Oh
Right?
my God, totally. Well, today we are watching The Empire Strikes Back, which personally, shocker,
You don't like it, right?
my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh, shocker.
Shockingly enough, where do you guys fall on this?
Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Hoth part, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
But when they introduced Boba Fett, I think it's the best
Uh-huh.
by far. Finally get to see the Fat Man,
The Fetster.
the Fetster, in all of his glory, in all of his shiny armor glory. He must have had to raid a lot for that, for those purple pixels.
You think?
Yeah. Plays a lot of WoW.
He just bought a lot of loot boxes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's
true.
totally.
A lot of loot boxes.
Yeah. He's got like
pay to win, whatever.
He's got like three like slave ones full of common gear pieces.
Yeah, right. So good.
And he's like, does anyone else need common gear?
Yeah, well, I got
Seriously.
epics, a legendary.
Seriously, guys, I got enough common gear.
So
all right. Can I convert them to credit? No. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What am I supposed to do? All right.
Ooh, what's
Can I
strike?
Can I put them on eBay?
Can I put him on eBay?
Can I put them on eBay? Oh yeah. Strike it. Blast is like a little more fast-paced, a little Call of Duty-ish.
Okay. Let's
And
put that. And then strike.
Strike is a little Call of Duty-ish too. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try out Blast. This is the first
So
time
you're
I've
saying
played
this
Battlefront
game
2
is-
since it's been out.
No, well, no. I mean, this definitely.
It's like Battlefield tends to be.
Yeah, you know, this game.
Oh, Kashyyyk.
Part of the, I don't know. Part of my frustration with, so I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty,
Sure.
and
Same
you
thing.
just get
Battlefield.
back in the action so quick.
Oh, it's so good.
You just get back in the action so quick, and it's like you die. Okay, you're
Oh,
dead.
oh,
You're dead. You're back in it.
But that's not necessarily a good thing.
Is it? Well,
It's like, okay, so as a longtime MMO player, one of the things that makes games good or bad is
Right.
how much you care about dying, how much you're worried about it, how much it matters. If there's no impact, then you take the risks and there's never a point where you're worried about dying and running through a forest scared or whatever. And so same thing applies to first-person shooter. If you're back in action too quickly, you're going to be that guy running into the room, shooting as many people as you can and dying, and not worried about trying to sneak in there and be careful and play it like, anything like real combat.
Yeah, true. Well, I don't know about the.
I mean,
I don't know that you can objectively say that.
I don't know if
fun.
it's fun.
I believe honestly that
it's more rewarding.
People will I think have more fun doing that. People will play both games, and you'll have the ones who like jumping in and just, fight, die, repeat. Live, repeat.
Right.
The Tom Cruise movie.
Oh my God! I'm at one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies of the last 10 years.
That doesn't mean that it would be.
Are you a fan?
Make me throw up.
You don't like Edge of Tomorrow?
Edge of Tomorrow? No.
Oh, one of my favorite movies of the last 10 years. I love that movie.
Really?
Brilliant movie. Brilliant.
No, to kind of like
bad name, but
oh yeah, terrible name. Well, when they went to Live Die Repeat on the video, that was so much better.
Yeah. To kind of reiterate, I think it's more like it's not so much like, are you worried about dying? Are you that type of player that likes their brain stimulated? Like it's sometimes it's just all like, I just want to be brain dead, run in there and shoot as many people as I want. But sometimes I want to get, if I'm trying to go for a good KD.
We're gonna continue this debate, but we're gonna get started on the movie.
All right.
So tonight, everyone, we're watching The Empire Strikes Back, of course, which is the pinnacle of Star Wars films.
Oh,
although we're hearing really good things about Last Jedi. Reviews just came out today, and I haven't read the actual reviews because I don't want to be spoiled. But the headlines of the reviews seem really positive.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
So we're watching Empire Strikes Back, and if you're going to watch along with us, thank you for joining us. And remember, put questions in the chat. We're streaming through the PlayStation Twitch app. So you put your questions in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Anything about GameFly to Star Wars to how Tom's flight was from all the way in DC. So we're going to get going on the count of we're going to hit play on the movie. So here we go with Empire Strikes Back. Why don't you guys hit play?
All right, gotta kill us. That makes me happy.
Oh yeah.
Where's popcorn?
Yeah, no popcorn today. So let's go back to I like that debate.
Okay.
One of the most frustrating things for me though is when you start on these huge maps, right?
Sure. And it takes you forever to get.
Hey, Luxury Hobo, you're back.
Yo, Luxury Hobo. What's
you
up?
know exactly where I'm going with this. So you start on the huge map. It takes you forever to get to the front line. You get to the front line and you get sniped by some dude who quick scopes you.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And that's
so good.
The worst.
I get that.
So good.
But it's the worst because you care. So I played Type 2 for a while, and at the beginning of games it had that problem a lot. But one of the things that they had as a solution was that you could airdrop into the action. So I think there are solutions that can get you into it that are not instantaneous. You're always spawning on top of the room. It can be just as frustrating to spawn in a room and get a shotgun to your face 2 seconds later, just as much as running all the way in and getting sniped. So. And I don't think that it's innate to being taking a little time to get into the action that frustration can occur.
It's going well, Luxury Hobo. How was your weekend, my friend? I hope we are joined. If you caught the beginning of it, we got fast action Feldy. Fast action.
I got a bunch of nicknames apparently.
Feldy, and our one of our guys who normally is a remote guy, and we're happy to see him today, Tom Jankowski, he's got an alias. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But our boy Tom, so we're very excited. He was a surprise guest today.
Surprise.
I think you're right, but I think a well balanced. So how do we want to distinguish the games? Like battle versus skirmish.
I mean,
just for point of the conversation. Like
but as a game or like the choice within the game mode. Are you talking about as
the difference between the battlefields and the Call of Duty? The battlefield will say on battle.
It's game mode, right?
Okay.
Well, wait.
So
there could be. You could have it in both. Right?
So my point being, when the battlefield ones, the ones with the bigger maps.
We're glad to have you, Luxury Hobo.
When the one kill that you get per life, or the 2 kills per life, they need to matter more.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And when they don't, like in the long-term picture, like points, just like if you're RPGing, leveling up your character.
Sure.
Like if the points you get from the bigger picture ones are to the, you know, commensurate to the ones that you get for the quick spawn tactic, that's when it's disappointing, because then you play the bigger picture ones and you only get 9 or 10 kills throughout the whole match.
Sure.
But you play the faster ones and you get 20, 30 kills.
But
and then it rewards you to want to play the quicker ones,
right,
because you're going to get more kills, level your guy up faster, unlock more things.
Honestly, that's...
So I think there needs to be an equation somewhere that makes it a little more rewarding for the longer scale.
That's the trend that has, I think, ruined a lot of parts of
What?
What'd you do?
I'm mad. That guy literally just did something to me and I died. Literally, guys.
What we're talking about just happened to him.
Yeah, literally, I was just like, I don't understand.
Oh man, we're sorry to hear about the. You know what, luxury hobo? I deal with depression myself. It can be very crippling. I hope you get the right kind of help for it, my friend.
But so what I think now I've lost the train of thought.
Well, I'll give you a train of thought now. We got some beautiful CGI Tauntaun action with Luke Skywalker.
Beautiful. That's not CGI.
No, the other one was.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they
okay.
redid it.
I'm looking at this. I'm just like.
Yeah, reminder for the listeners: we're watching the special edition DVDs.
Oh.
So
right.
this is going to have all the extra CGI stuff that George farted out in a dream.
Farted out in a dream.
Why did you do this to us?
Yeah, right. But
Echo 3 to Echo 7 on nobody remake.
Now people are going to know if they're already slightly off. They're going to play a little bit too late.
I know, right?
Yeah. Is it copyright infringement if I just know all the dialogue and repeat it verbatim?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's a recital. Like no one, like when Olivier did Hamlet, that wasn't infringing.
So I just saw that he was really disappointed with the Yeti scene in the cave.
Oh,
Mark Hamill was like super disappointed.
He was upset that he mauled, that he like cut the arm off.
I think he just didn't like how it all turned out quality-wise. I think he felt really
Kind of.
happy.
It's a little bit. It's the original, especially the original before pre-CGI stuff. It's a little bit. It is really.
I think that was really
One of my favorite like lost scene / cut stuff that in all the Star Wars fandom that you hear about or read about is that there were supposed to be an army of Wampas that were attacking the Rebel base as well as the Empire. So when 3PO and R2 are making their escape through the base, like as the Empire's attacking, they were supposed to have turned a corner, and there were these Wampas that were getting like revenge for their buddy getting attacked. And they were like clawing their way through the ice, and R2 and 3PO were supposed to encounter these giant Wampas.
That would have been cool.
That would have been amazing. I think it's in the novelization, or it's just in one of like the deleted stuff. But I remember reading about that years ago, like loving the idea of it.
All reserves deplete.
So I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's needed. I think it adds, extra stuff to it. But you see remnants of it in this movie. It's like there's a warning sign, like they knew Wampas were down there. So like there's places like of the base that are sealed off,
Right.
and you kind of see it in the background or something like that.
Huh. That's
So-
cool. Easter eggs.
I think the best way to play this game is not like Call of Duty.
Okay.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Take your time.
Like I was saying, I
Oops.
think that's the best way to play a first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the fact that there's even the problem that you were seeing, where you had so much more reward for going in and killing a bunch of people really quickly and dying a bunch than playing the long game, is the thing that they're breaking in the games by having you have to game the system. As soon as you're gaming the game, you're ruining the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have to worry about points, and that has nothing to do with kill-death ratios necessarily, but it's about like kills per minute, that's not necessarily fun.
Right.
This isn't, Counter-Strike, right?
Right.
This is not a 20 by 20 map where you're just running around an ice block and ducking behind a corner. These are battles. The point is it's a battlefront, right?
Right.
Or Battlefield, or
Right.
Call of Duty, like all those. You should have those epic battles, and that you shouldn't feel like you're wasting your time playing because you're not leveling your character.
Well, you know what's okay. So along those lines, when I first started playing the Battlefronts, or Battlefield, I guess, one of the advantages, I'm as I'm thinking about it now, was that that's just one of the best. You could use a good kiss. Is that I remember with Battlefield, you would, and I'm gonna get Battlefront and Battlefield mixed. So assume if I say the word, when I say the word battle, I'm talking about an epic scale. You know,
Sure.
Is that when you would land, whether you landed far from the action or airdropped in the middle, there was always a vehicle there that you could jump in.
Sure.
So there was some mode of transport.
Yeah.
And with the Star Wars ones, that's not there, especially in this new version, until you unlock it. Yeah, you have to like unlock these ships and everything, and then the ships on these aren't to get you in the action; they're just to have a whole separate battle above the action.
It's the ship battle.
Yeah,
but that was true of the first one as well. Right?
Yeah, true, very true. No, very true. So, but
Battlefield 3
but Battlefield 3, right? You would land, and there would be your base would have all kinds of jeeps and tanks and planes, enough for everybody.
Right. Yeah.
And it would be like,
and then respawn.
Yeah, it would be like, let's get you in the action, and you could bring it up, and as you're bringing that, let's say a tank up, you get a few shots in here, maybe hit somebody, maybe don't, whatever, and then you can bail out, and then you're on foot. So it's like you get 2 levels of action per life. And the Star Wars version of that has gotten away from that entirely. Like they don't do that at all with this.
You know, the first
and then for me that makes it not as appetizing.
I feel like they're dropping into combat pretty well.
It's okay. It's not.
They're not. It's not like there's the spawn point back at the base and moving forward.
Right.
They're always moving where the battle's occurring. So you're either pushing forward or falling back, or the map's small enough that that's not an issue.
Right. Let's talk about Han Solo's use of "I'll see you in hell." That implies they have a hell in the Star Wars universe.
It does.
And now it could be, since they're also speaking English, it could just be the English translation for some type of eternal punishment, not necessarily what we would call a Christian hell, right? But either way, that means Star Wars has the idea of an afterlife, eternally punishment after.
Yeah. But I mean, it's sort of the same as any other exclamation, right? Like, if you're shocked by something, that doesn't mean you're necessarily a believer at all. It is just an exclamation.
It's not what I said.
It could be. All I'm saying is that then hell might not necessarily even be a translation relating to religion. It may just be like the expression "go to hell," meaning screw you.
Going in
Right?
Yeah,
that could be what.
but even in that explanation, the hell ultimately comes from a afterlife place of torment. You know what I mean? It's not. So the etymology of it implies there is some type of religion beyond the Force. It's not like it's the Force's hell.
Sure.
And I don't know that that's ever really been explored. No. Spencer might know it. Spencer joined us. We'll ask him because he's read most of the he's read more of the extended universe books than I have, and I don't recall anything about that dealing with that. But his use of it, and we caught that it's in A New Hope they use hell too, which I forgot about. So it's used a couple times in these movies, implying there's some type of afterlife punishment place.
Skyrim's hell is a void, I guess.
Okay, yeah, could be.
Yeah, no, I think luxury hobos got it right.
Yeah, it could be. Hey, there you are. We were just debating, our boy Spencer just rolled up. We were just talking about when Han says, "I'll see you in hell."
Does he say that?
Yeah, when they're talking about like you're gonna die before you reach the first marker, and he goes on his tauntaun. That implies that
I'll see you in hell.
That implies that there's some type of afterlife place of torment, not necessarily a Christian hell, but some type of afterlife torment. Do you remember in any of the extended universe stuff that you've read, any type of like religious,
something
like hellish afterlife or something?
Yeah, there is I forgot. I think the novel is called Crystal Star.
Oh, by Vonda McIntyre.
And Luke actually has to go into kind of this limbo, hellish world where it's shrouded in darkness. His sister is taken captive, and like her soul is being stolen through this world, and he has to go into this hell-like world in order to pull her out and like save his life. So I think that comes to mind. Which is pretty cool. That was obviously not.
And it wasn't like forced hell.
Right. Yeah. Well, they didn't.
No, it was. I don't know if you could call it a hell. It seemed like a hell. It seemed like hell, but it was a place where souls were sold.
Yeah.
could be something.
All right, I like that.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I understand why they got rid of all the books. They want to be able to take more in depth and do it, right? But it's sad because obviously you read all those, and those were part of the story to you, and then suddenly how do you feel about that? I don't know if you guys have covered this before.
I feel the
Yeah.
same way. I loved Legacy of the Force. I loved a lot of I loved what Joe recommended for me. I read the
The
first
Thrawn
one,
trilogy
Thrawn.
is amazing. You ever read those?
I read Darth
Awesome.
Bane. Anyone should still go and read the Darth Bane novels. I don't know if you're familiar. He was the first Sith Lord to basically implement the rule of two, unlike the Old Republic where there was like a large amount of Sith. But
Is the anime guy here? Yeah, that's our boy Spencer. He just rolled up.
yeah, what up, luxury hobo? But overall, though, the extended universe had something for everyone. It had something for someone who wanted to just stick to the original movies and kind of that era. It had something for who wanted to go straight into the future. It had something for people that loved just the X-wing aspect and wanted to learn about Rogue Squadron.
What?
So in that respect, I think it had something for everyone that wanted to kind of get lost.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that you are going to.
That's it. Keep it up.
You can
Keep
still read
pushing
them.
back.
Yeah. Well, you can totally still read them, and
Well,
also, whatever they're building now will just be new stuff. You know, a new generation. In 15 years, people will, the way you feel about it, there'll be new people that feel that way about it.
I agree.
Well, okay, so here's the one thing that I think you may have been sort of prepared emotionally for it more than others might, because they do that in a lot of the comic book universes. They throw it all out and they reboot it.
Yep.
And so you were accustomed to that in things
'Cause
that
from
you
comic
cared a lot
books.
about, I'm
Yep.
sure. And so it wasn't as jarring to you as it might have been to someone who just really liked Star Wars, read all the books, and then suddenly was told all of the things that they loved about that universe
Right.
aren't necessarily part of that universe
Right.
anymore.
Well, it's just like when DC did Crisis in 1985.
Yeah.
I mean, you had literally 50 years of continuity that they got rid of, and that was the first time they did it. If there was a message boards were around in 1985, it would have been the flame war to end all flame wars. Like
There's probably some sort of like
Only
early
a few
days.
left now.
people were writing letters and stuff, you know. But at that point, you're 6 months down the road, but in production with this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like it would have been like, because now when they do stuff, even the slightest change, people get up in arms about stuff. So yeah. When they did Crisis,
They probably had tons
people would
of
have. People did lose their.
Yeah.
I will defend Disney in saying though that at least they didn't just completely unacknowledge what was already been
Right.
written and enjoyed. They at least did coin it legacy and
Right, and it's still in print.
Yeah.
They're still printing. They're still reprinting them.
They're not gonna get rid of
Yeah.
property.
Yeah, they're not gonna like.
They're not gonna throw it out and
leave
not make
money on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get why they did it, and I don't have a strong feeling because I never read any of the books. But I was wondering about it recently with the release of this new movie. I was wondering how you feel about that, because there are universes that I get really interested and passionate about, like the new Altered Carbon Netflix show that's coming out. I love that universe.
What's that?
It's Takeshi Kovacs novels. It's like sci-fi future. You have these cortical stack chips in the back of the head that allow people to move between bodies. They change sleeves, is what it's called. It's,
Oh, wow.
it's going to be
And that's on
great.
Netflix?
Yeah, it's a series that comes out in February, I think.
Awesome.
That's coming out.
Are you
and I'm
excited for
super
Bright?
excited about it. Bright?
On Netflix
It
about the
looks
orc
interesting.
cops or
the
something?
Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I'm not psyched about it because I don't know enough about it to like.
Yeah.
But like Altered Carbon, that series I love, and so I'm a little concerned. I'm worried that they're not going to do it right. This is actually the series I was telling you about, the book series like a while ago.
Oh, I do remember you telling me about this though.
And so I can identify with that, and so I was just
Yeah.
curious, how that felt like, taking content and then just going, okay,
Yo,
this is
luxury
no longer,
hobo. I
this is
have
no
not
longer in
seen
it.
Sure,
Bass.
sure.
We have changed it,
I'm
and
watching
then
Hunter x
not
Hunter
only
right
that, most people are going to know the universe as it is being written now, like you said, in 15
Right.
years. This is the universe people are going to know. That all those
Oh.
books will be forgotten by most of the people.
I can't tell you how many times people come into Golden Apple Comics. I work there on Saturdays. It's the best comic shop in LA. If you're out here, stop by. I can't tell you how many people come into Golden Apple Comics and they'll say something. Let me think, like something movie centric. They'll be like, "Oh, well, yeah, Iron Man, he built Spider-Man's costume for him," and I want to like facepalm and go, no, he didn't. Like, in the movie, sure, but in the established canon for 60 years, no. Spider-Man built his own costume, did everything on his own, met Iron Man years later. Like, you know, and so there is this level of fandom. Are you a fan of the movies or are you a fan of the comics? And like, I'd be like, I love the movies, and you're like, that's great, that's fine, and I have something different to recommend for you.
You're good for that. Not everyone's good about that. Some people will, and some people work in comic book stores, lesser comic book stores than
of course. I mean,
will scoff at you and make you feel ostracized and leave.
Yeah,
I haven't experienced that.
Oh yeah,
but I'm well aware of that occurring within certain communities.
Yeah. And if anyone listening here is confused about my commitment to how much I love Empire Strikes Back, I'll say it now before I forget. At the end of the movie, my wedding ring, my wife's wedding ring says the word "I love you," and my wedding ring says the word "I know."
Jesus.
Have you seen the Family Guy version where Peter as Han Solo just goes "F off"?
That's really funny.
She's like, "I love you, F off."
Yeah, so it's legit. Like that's how much I love this movie. So different continuities. I do think as a comic fan, I'm used to it a little more. It doesn't hurt me that much that Star Wars, because I read the extended universe of those books. I read all of them from like mid '90s whenever they started coming out till like 2000, early 2000s.
Did you read Tales of the Cantina?
Oh yeah, I still have that.
Great?
It's a great book.
So great.
But I mean, when we moved out here, I sold a stack like 2 feet high of those books because I'm like, I don't need them anymore. And they eventually started publishing too much for me to keep up. It was just, and some of them were really quality was declining. So I stopped getting into it. But like I kept up. I knew, like I said, I know Vonda McIntyre wrote the Crystal Star, like all that stuff because I read it.
Yeah. Joe, would you agree that one of the best character stories to kind of get lost in for a little while were the Boba Fett backstories?
Yeah, the Boba Fett stuff was good.
If you read the Mandalorian Armor, I just remember that making me feel so kind of lost in an aspect of Star Wars' world that people don't realize it has to offer.
Yeah, there's Boba Fett stories, solo stories are so cool because like he's that lone wolf cowboy thing that you don't really know a lot about in the movie, so they can just tell he's the Batman. It's a cool Batman story with Boba Fett. There's a comic book which got one of the best names, called Boba Fett: Twin Engines of Destruction. It was put up by Dark Horse. It was one of the earlier Star Wars comics they did, and I'm like, the book was pretty good, but just the name was amazing.
Oh, you just got it.
So I'm wrecking though. I already have the jetpack guy.
Alright.
Saw dude. Sure.
Saw it.
Nightbot, thank you for letting us know to check out GameFly.
Appreciate that.
Nightbot, master of the Daybot.
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 Whoa. Master of the Daybot. How did you just get me that fast?
Oh man. So this is the first time we see Vader's Imperial Star Destroyer, and it's like twice the size, or 3 times the size of the other Star Destroyers, and you're like, that's just impressive.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I remember my buddy when I was growing up getting the Lego kit for that. We got together in his basement. It was enormous.
It's great.
It was like 4 feet long. What do you do with it once you got that?
I don't know.
It's great. It's so much fun, but then you're like, okay.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Do I hang this?
There's so much cool geek stuff, collectible stuff, where you're like, I want it.
But then,
What do I do with it? Once I get it home,
a level of thinking it through. Yeah. Not everyone gets to that level. They just get it and they're like, okay.
you're so right. You're so right.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's stuff that we get in the store, like either from sale or new stuff, and I'm like, I want this, and then my brain immediately goes, you have no place to put this.
You're gonna hang it from the chandelier.
Yeah, like you'll buy it, it'll sit in your garage, and you'll do nothing. You should not luxury hobo. Do not be ashamed of building Star Wars sets.
Oh no,
they're awesome to build. Our only question is, where do you put them?
Yeah, what are you doing with it?
Yeah.
Any Lego set, really.
Yeah.
Realistically, like, it's awesome, it's fun, you build it, you have it, but then what do you do with it?
Yeah.
And do you feel bad taking it apart?
Ooh,
Right.
Death Trooper.
That's the other hard part.
I was watching Star Wars Homecoming, and they build that Death Star.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's one of the good things about getting Disney to in the Star Wars mix that you have that cultural crossover reference that you can do. Because that is something that they would reference that. They would reference all these other properties.
This is one of the main reasons I might want to get this game. These Death Troopers are just...
They're so sick.
They're even taller. They look like there's some type of...
They're so handsome.
They're so handsome.
They're just so good looking. They take after their father for sure. I don't know why they're single. Just haven't met the right lady.
So you hang them from your ceiling or put them on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think that works. It totally works.
Part of that has to be the approved decor of you and your roommates or significant other.
Yes, for sure.
Because you can't make that executive decision necessarily.
For sure.
Is this like an old school down thing?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. I mean, that Superstar Destroyer was so big.
Yeah. That's more like an order of magnitude larger, not
It really is, yeah. And then think about when that's the ship that crashes in Jedi into the unfinished Death Star. Like, think of then how big the unfinished Death Star is. Yeah.
Oh, don't say that, Hobo.
Just me. Oh, no.
Not forever alone.
No, Hobo, we're here for you.
There are plenty of people who are interested in Legos. It spans generations and genders and everything. So you just need to find the right person.
Dude,
that
you're
likes
just
Legos as much as you do.
You're just
and
giving
everything
help
you're
back
passionate about.
Yeah, it just takes a matter of time.
Hug a wall when in doubt.
Or do what I did. You've heard of mail order brides? No. I found a lady who absolutely could not be less interested in the things I like. But
Starting elimination.
she just likes me.
But what else is there about you?
And so she just lets me do whatever I want with those things.
Whatever, or
I mean,
within
no. I don't mean it like a step on her, kind of whatever. But like, she just leaves me alone with it. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, we're not sharing our love for it.
Right.
She just was like,
That's
well,
your hobby.
Yeah, she's like,
separate from.
that's
perfectly healthy.
That was here before I got here, so let you.
You love it more than me.
Yeah. Well, that's that.
That's not where you're going with that?
That's, pop figures, fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Absolutely, man.
We're talking about it because these are problems that we have too.
Yeah.
We have these things, and we
Totally.
struggle with what to do with them sometimes.
Listen, I was going through a stack of old stuff that came in the store this weekend, and do you know how excited I was when at the bottom of this pile of magazines was an old GoBots magazine? Do you remember GoBots, Feldy?
I don't think so.
They were the knockoff Transformers. So if Transformers were the expensive toys, GoBots were the cheap
Aren't
ones.
they smaller too?
Oh yeah, smaller, and they transformed like 1/3 of the amount. They went like
The helmet came down. And
yeah, like the car would literally like flip up like an L and be like, "There's your robot," and then it would go back down like an L. And be like, your robot's
You got
down.
what?
I got you on the board, Joe.
Boom.
3rd place.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Rank up.
Sickest guy. That's for you, Hobo, because you'll never be alone.
Yeah. So that's
Don't you play inverted?
that's how excited I was
It's not inverted, only in
to see a
Starfire.
GoBots
You don't play
magazine from like
first person
1980.
shooters
Oh my
inverted?
gosh.
I was like, oh my god, and the posters
You were
included.
so excited.
Dude, you don't even want to
That's
know.
what you used to. Yeah, which way do you
You know, I think it probably came from GoldenEye. That's my guess.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, the inverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was that I played so much of as a kid, and
Yeah.
that was my introduction.
Goldeneye
sure.
was the stuff
Yeah.
back in the day.
Oh yeah, Game Informer mags. Yep.
Yep.
I think we still have.
Why do
one
I
sitting
have
over there.
them? I don't even know.
Oh, on a related note, if anyone's been watching the streams, guess what I found this morning?
Uh-oh.
5 days too late. My SNES.
Oh, that's
or
right.
my not SN, the N64 controller and pod racing.
Oh, you found pod
Yeah, I
racing.
knew I had it somewhere. It was underneath
Now
the bed.
this is pod racing.
Now this.
Stop.
Now this is pod racing.
You know what I had forever? I had a huge box of PC Gamer, which used to come with demo discs.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
if you
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I had probably a shoebox full of demo discs.
So
they were great. That's how
Oh,
I
sure.
learned about a lot of games
Yeah.
back in the day. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know what replaced that. Is there
Well, just
something?
downloads.
I remember my Gateway PC.
They,
Don't they
those
still,
even
I think
exist
they
anymore?
still do it.
I don't
Just
know, man.
Just
Just
PC
Steam,
Gamer.
because Steam is the only place.
yeah.
Do they have demo download?
I think PC Gamer
There's, like,
just
free
changed to doing
weekends and
downloads,
stuff.
didn't they?
Yeah, well, no. But then are they still a thing? Is that like when was the last time you played a demo version of the game?
Through PlayStation or
Right, sure.
like demo Call of Duty or
Right, well, like
demo, yeah.
play through
Yeah,
for
play
the
through. Yeah,
weekend.
that's-
or whatever.
that's what
That's
it-
all there is.
yeah,
now,
you're right.
I think. Before you'd get like one level.
Yeah,
and you could
you're
play
right.
that level as many times as you wanted.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There's nothing wrong with the solid Star Wars Lego. You're right, Angel. There is nothing wrong with it.
Okay, cute.
Alrighty, so
Now this is blasting Womp Rats with my T16 back home.
oh my gosh. So,
Like, you notice Luke doesn't say that.
so cringy.
I love how the
I want him to say that though, and like someone turns it, but you're just like,
You're just like your father. That'd be so funny.
now Joe, do these officers piloting these giant
Badass.
badass? Did they make those helmets on purpose to resemble Darth Vader's helmet to signify their rank? Or
it's a good question.
Is that just
Well, ultimately, I mean, the Vader helmet is aesthetically designed after is it Japanese samurai battle helmets. So I
That's
think
actually pretty
they
cool.
just took that aesthetic, yeah.
Right.
And to differentiate them, because a good costume design, this comes from comic books. That's where I know it from, but it's universal. A good costume design is identifiable in silhouette.
Okay.
So
Interesting. I
yeah.
never
So if
thought
you
about it like that.
just look at the
Dude
silhouette,
always knows Darth Vader's.
right?
silhouette.
Exactly. And so same thing with those guys. You see their silhouette, you should be able to tell who they are. Okay, that's a commander.
I think
That's a
that goes for the
stormtrooper.
rebel pilot outfits as well.
It does, yeah, because their helmet's got that fin on it, and it sticks out the side. So there's enough visual clues to tell you who they are.
All right. Well,
Is the Switch worth the investment?
Yes.
I think so.
If you played
Yeah.
Mario 64 and you have wanted to play another one, that alone for Super Mario Odyssey, totally worth it. Totally worth it. And it's a great system too.
there's going to be a bunch of other games.
Angel, you have a Lego to build backlog.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, it has enough of a user base at this point that it's going to be more like the Wii than the Wii U. It will last long enough that it'll be worth keeping. So,
Yeah. Look at Trell. You guys are both better at this than I am. It's my game. And it's my sisters. I think both of you Xbox players? I know you
Yeah, I'm an Xbox player.
Spencer,
so
aren't
this,
you an
this
Xbox player?
controller
I have both
kinda-
now. I have
Oh,
PS4
yeah,
and Xbox One.
I have some
what do
bad
you?
news for you. Oh, I have an Xbox One.
Well, they're better than I am.
No.
Of course.
But they're also younger than you are. Which matters. It matters. If you look at professional gaming, people age out when they're
Well,
like
that's-
22.
well, that's
because
just-
Twitch reflexes go away as you get older.
Well, that could be true.
PC Master Race.
I mean,
Just saying.
Well, that could be.
obviously,
That could be true. Also, as you get older, things take up more of your time.
Right.
You know.
yeah. Plus, also your Twitch reflexes go away.
Yeah,
It's
and
what happens.
the effects of Mountain Dew are lessened.
I don't know if the reflexes actually like time out.
I
Like,
gotta
if
say-
they deteriorate as you get older. Because I got guys that still freaking
Yeah,
dominate games.
one of my buddies, Tom,
Yeah.
that I went to high school with, I just found this out. He apparently just a couple years ago was like ranked number 5 in Call of Duty, in one of the Call of Duty games. And he's my age, and he's like, dude, yeah. He's like, yeah, bro. I'm like, he's like, yeah, bro, it's crazy. I love Call of Duty. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you're a grown man with children and a successful car dealer. He goes, I know, bro. I just love it.
But is he playing competitive?
Yeah.
Like with making money?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Pro gamers
He's not making money. But
They are young.
right.
Like, I'm too old to be a pro gamer, which is why I am well aware of this. It's very depressing.
I'm too,
You can
frankly.
be a pro gamer.
I could be a pro like Civ gamer, like a turn-based game where you don't have to have Twitch reflexes. But I'm not gonna win a StarCraft
I'm a pro
tournament.
Gwent player.
Oh, pro Gwent player. Sick. No, I think it just takes more practice and more of your time to become good
I
once
think
you
that's
become
it.
older. Because I got guys that have played Halo 3 with competitively, and they're actually still in the pros league now.
Like
So-
I gotta. I mean, I'm not at all tooting my horn, but like in the World War II this week, I was playing a ton of it, and I was finishing like top 2, top 3 every time. Like, and I know I'm playing against.
What hours are
I
you
wouldn't say
playing?
you're bad.
Because that is really relevant.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it really?
How
if you're playing
hard
late
people
night,
are going to be.
Okay.
yeah.
For real. I've noticed that because I had the same attitude. I was like, oh, I'm pretty good at this game. I forget what game it was. I was playing it like middle of the day. Evening comes around, and all of the really good players start playing, and I get wrecked over and
Wait a
over
minute.
again.
Okay, wait. So here's a funny, and this is obviously this is totally anecdotal.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, all of this.
Saturday night, I came home from work, and I was kind of amped up because we had an exciting day. We got a crazy, ridiculously awesome book that randomly came into the store. So I was really amped up Saturday night, got home, and I started playing. And I smoked. I mean, I smoked for the hour that I played. I finished first, and this is Saturday night, late
Do I
night.
want to be Chewbacca?
Sunday morning, I woke up,
Must be
a
this
little tired, a little rested. Not that good. I was a little more laid back on it, and I was just getting creamed. I'm like, wait a minute. Last night I thought I kind of figured it out. No, didn't figure out. So on a busy Saturday night, I was crushing.
Yeah. But maybe that's not what I don't know.
And maybe it's because my adrenaline was up because of all day just being up and being ready to go. And then in the morning, I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to play some. Oh, that again.
Yeah. Well, and I think they do a lot of matchmaking algorithms so that people have fun. 'Cause they want
Yes.
you to
Yeah,
play.
I mean,
and so if you've been losing a lot, they'll put you
They're
with
gonna put
easier
you-
people for a little
right.
while until you start wrecking, and then they put you with harder.
Have you guys gotten any of the?
It's called an ELO system.
Have you gotten any of the in-game surveys?
Yeah, guys, it's actually called the ELO system.
Really? Did you hear that on Twitch? What stream? Did you? No, I've been getting, when I finish a round, you get a little survey and it says, did you have fun? That's all it asks. Did you have fun this last game? Yes, no, skip. Yeah.
Wait, what game?
On Call of Duty World War II.
Oh, I haven't.
I've gotten that survey twice.
Really?
Yeah.
I
And one of them I didn't do that well, but I said I had fun because it was fun.
Yeah.
Guys,
What game was it? I want to say I got that with Battlefield 4. That came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was about 3
Oh,
years.
such a good Battlefield.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
really
man.
good.
Yeah, I played a lot of that, and I feel like
Played
they
a
used to do
lot
that
of
in there
that.
too. I think that's smart, they're trying to figure out how to get people to play, because it's not, you want to feel like you're good, right?
Yeah,
you don't
you're right.
want to feel like you're bad, no matter how good or bad you are.
Totally. Real quick though, so in the movie, Vader is about to come up on. Look at the painting here of the Millennium Falcon. That is not a hangar built to house a ship the size of the Falcon. They are crammed in there. It's as if someone painted it in there. Like, that is not a realistic portrayal of a kind of hangar that you would say, hey, park the Falcon here.
Yeah.
You're like, park it here if it's never going to leave.
All the space hangars I've ever seen in real life, they've definitely been a lot bigger.
Yeah, a little more spacious. A little more spacious.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny you say that. We were doing a podcast, and I was referencing a guy in G.I. Joe getting stabbed in the heart with a solid cobra. And my friend looked at me and I said, yeah, and he lived. The secretary looks at me and goes, yeah, because how many people do you know that have survived getting stabbed in the heart? Or frankly, how many people do you know that have died getting stabbed in the heart with a snake? And I went, you know what, you're right. Maybe it's not as traumatic as we all think.
Mike, do you like this?
Point proven.
It's good.
I close to mid-range.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good for that map. I think it plays well in this map. But I'm still trying to figure out, like, that. I'm not much of a Battlefront battle.
Okay, let me tell you right now. You gotta hug the wall, and you gotta
Just-
not always sprint. Sprinting
okay.
will get you killed so fast. You gotta
Okay.
whenever you see something on the radar, or you know in a place in the map where people are constantly converging,
Right.
you're gonna wanna go into hip fire without aiming and stop sprinting.
Oh, okay.
When you're sprinting towards someone, you're always gonna die first.
Got it. I just feel like this game takes, like, I don't know, a little bit more patience than I actually have at this age.
What, this game does?
Yeah.
Really?
Takes a little bit more patience.
Is it patience or like it has to be the right time
It
of
has to be
day? It has to be
methodical.
the right attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luxury Hobo, Fortnite isn't even that great. Wait for Player Unknown.
Oh, the new map. Yeah,
for
the new
PS.
map got released for PlayerUnknown.
But on console,
Desert.
it's coming to
In the,
console.
Yes, it
in the
is.
movie,
Xbox One.
we're entering one of the most controversial and questioned parts of the Star Wars timeline.
Okay.
With Luke just kind of jauntily flies off to Dagobah.
Sorry guys, see you later.
Meanwhile, Han, Leia, and Chewie and the droids are getting pursued, or 3PO, are getting pursued heavily by the Empire.
Empire.
And so the question is always like, how long is Luke on Dagobah versus, oh my God, they're hot on our trails.
Well, let me ask you a question.
It doesn't match up.
This doesn't match up to me. If Luke is so hastily ready to just leave his friends while they're being pursued, why does he make such a big deal about going to Cloud City to save them when he hasn't even finished his training?
Well, I don't think he knows that they're in this kind of trouble. I think he thinks they're going to get away.
Right.
Which, that also begs the question, in almost every space movie you watch, it's like, granted, the Imperial Star Destroyer is large, but it's a planet. Can't you launch into space somewhere else? You know what I mean? It's not like there's one highway that they have to go on to get out of town.
Right.
Like, if you know the Star Destroyer is over America, why don't you fly to Australia and then go up into space? You know what I mean? Like, or along
Space is big and mostly empty, so yeah. But I mean, maybe it's just that's not the direction they need to go.
Throwing grenade.
Correct. I mean, it happens in every single movie that takes place in space. When there's
you
some
wanted
kind of
to talk a little
garrison
bit
waiting
about
for you,
space on it.
they're going to wait for you.
The big problem that they theorize, if we ever actually get into stellar travel, is going to be those big gaps between galaxies where we literally are never going to be able to span that gap. So maybe it's a gap there that literally you couldn't span on any spaceship.
Are you
And so
familiar with
if they went that way,
Span because there's no matter there yet, or
because the theories now are basically that the galaxies move apart so quickly that even at the speed of light, you would never catch up to it.
got it.
So obviously, we're talking about
Well, that's one of the
true sci-fi technology
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
going faster than the speed of light. But
Right.
maybe that's why they can't go that way and they have to go towards.
All right,
the
yeah, true.
What about the Mass Effect concept with the mass relays, where you essentially have these slingshot points that shoot you off?
Oh, and that's how you travel. Yeah, they do that. It's kind of like the Stargate. Like, you go there, you slow boat it, and then you build the Stargate, and then you can go fast as you want. So you have to send an expeditionary force that'll take 1,000 years.
So you know what's funny? This makes me think of a movie that I accidentally started watching for about 15 minutes this weekend.
The
Lost
Room.
in Space from 1995.
Oh yes, yes.
Surprisingly entertaining for the little bit that I watched.
Yeah, it's. I liked it, but it's terrible.
It's terribly great though. I
Yeah.
think it's one of those movies that I really could sit down and watch all the way through and enjoy.
Yeah.
Because it's at the point where like the graphics are horrible and then it's okay and it's funny. And Matt LeBlanc is like the main
Oh my
character.
gosh, he is terrible.
Oh,
So bad.
But he's great too.
I
And
grew up-
Heather Graham.
Yes, I grew up loving that show. Loving that show.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I think this is actually. A
But
good
the reason
match.
that came up was the way that they travel in that was the same that we were talking about.
Yeah.
They're gonna build a gate on either side, and then they end up using the drive to jump into hyperspace or whatever they called it without a destination, and they get lost in space.
Right. Recently, there was I was helping a woman at the comic shop, and it was her and her son, and they were looking for Lost in Space stuff. And she said her father was the original voice of the robot.
Your kid.
And Lost in Space, yeah. And I was like, so there was this kid's grandfather. I loved that show when I was a kid. Like I watched it.
Did you get the
every
kid's
day.
signature?
No, but I thanked her profusely. And what was cool was you saw in the kid's face this awesomeness for his grandpa, which I don't think he ever imagined that. But like watching me gush to his daughter about how much that show meant to me.
Yeah.
The little kid was beaming the whole time, and the mom was sitting there going, "I didn't have anything to do with it." I'm like, "No, but you did though. Like you were part of his family, you were part of his support system, and you get the kudos, you know."
Yeah. That's your inheritance. You
Yeah.
got anything else?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys got a flamethrower?
You get my adoration.
Yeah. Dude, there's flamethrowers in Call of Duty World War II. Crazy OP. Wow.
So OP. Did you ever play World at War?
I did. I love
Yes,
the dogs.
that was
the
crazy.
flamethrower in there was pretty broken as well.
We can do this.
It was, dude. Now I
It
remember
was.
that. I totally forgot about that.
Right?
Was that a
It was a
rank up?
perk.
Yeah, that was a perk.
Yeah.
How vibrant was that online community? Because that was still
World at
early
War?
days, sort of.
Oh my
For-
god.
for, like-
World at War was crazy. It
For
was
like good, like it's obviously been coming up since like Xbox for console play. Like I remember sitting in my computer room with the Xbox playing on a computer monitor.
That's how I played my Xbox
Unreal.
Yeah.
That first game that you could play online. But I still think that even in like the mid 360 days, it wasn't quite as what it is now. The communities are huge. Even in games that
You know
aren't
what?
the new one.
I think it's because Twitch and YouTube got pretty big now.
Sure.
I think that kind of skyrocketed the Call of Duty communities and kind of got people interested and stuff like that.
And re-interested in games, even if they aren't necessarily like the newest Call of Duty. People are still playing those and streaming
I mean,
them. And
I mean, people are going back to Black Ops 3, which was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Black Ops 2.
that was the
which
one where they finally brought back the zombies, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Campaign zombies.
Well, every month we put in our newsletters, we put like, the top rental games. And at this point for PS3 and Xbox 360, the games don't change. I mean,
No.
the order rotates, but I'm just going to be
Today we achieved
same. Maybe one will slip in and out.
Turret
Sounds pretty
armed
Yeah,
and ready.
but it's Black Ops 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It's Black Ops 2 and 3.
Sure,
That's
I believe that.
that's always in there.
Grenade ready.
I mean, if you see your favorite streamer play Black Ops 2, guess what you're gonna go do? Like, those streamers, they
Tickles
don't
that
know.
reminiscence
Yeah.
in you, and you gotta
And I don't even think
look
they
at
realize.
Vince. He's just making
Look
guys
at Aaron.
terrible.
Man,
He's so much better than you.
He's so much better.
so true. So true.
I like the
And he's got a great bun.
He does.
Keeping it tight while in a battle.
Keep it tight.
Like to be a hobo. Fortnite on PC is way better.
Oh boy,
Oh,
that
that's
is a
Chewbacca.
Wookiee.
I went for it.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, there's a flamethrower. Do it to him.
There it is again, that enormous
to him.
destroyer.
Yeah, it's so good. And then like this is the first time you see like what Vader's life is like his inner sanctum and everything, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, it's a pressure chamber. Look at you see the back of his head? It's all nasty, right there.
Oh, it's all nasty.
Oh, it's all
Nasty.
nasty. So gross.
So, do you know the order that these movies / books were written in?
What do you mean?
Was it written in 1 through 9?
So,
the
well, so
chronological order, or was
yes
it
and yes and no. So actually, the best evidence of this is Dark Horse recently did a comic book called The Star Wars, and it's highly recommended. It's really good. I got Mike Matthews or Mike Mabry is the artist on it. And what they did is have you read it? They took the first draft of his Star Wars script and they turned it into a comic book. And in it, you see a lot of ideas that he used in Episode 1 and all the prequels. And then you see ideas that he used in Control. But it's all a little different. Han Solo was an alien, a big green alien, or Han Solo was kind of like Chewbacca.
Flamethrower was crazy.
It's pretty OP.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Obi-Wan is kind of the Luke character. There's everyone's, you see the names are similar, but they're all in slightly different roles. You see redundancies of characters that obviously in a second draft you go in and
So
you're
maybe
like,
he took that and then expanded that into 9
and
stories.
that's what I think. If you read the Star Wars comic, that's what when he for years said, "Oh, I've written all 9 prequels," it's that. It's not a fully fleshed out world.
Sure.
Because this wasn't fully fleshed out because they're all on record saying that it wasn't even his idea to make Luke his dad or make Vader his dad. You know what I mean? That was it was
Interesting.
one of the I want to say it was Harrison Ford's wife, Melissa Matheson, who also was the screenwriter for E.T. It was one of the contributors to this world, one of the core people that was like, no, we should make him his dad.
Right. So
and then later on, the same thing with Leia. So all those connections weren't there when he was originally putting all this together.
she made Star Wars all about daddy drama, because that's all it is anymore, and that was all from her. Interesting.
Now
It's all about,
Lucas was
like-
smart enough to, and I think I got exactly who came up with that idea wrong, so don't quote me on that. But
Sure, yeah.
but someone else did come
Someone
up with
else,
it. It's
yeah.
well documented, yeah. And Lucas
Interesting.
was smart enough to take that and roll with it. You
Right.
know? But that is why you
Maybe
see
a little too hard.
Well, yeah. But that's why you see some of the discrepancies, in the storytelling, because the way that people have bent over backwards to make what Obi-Wan says in these first few movies make sense out of what you see in the prequels.
Sure.
And it's like, no, they didn't know what they were gonna do. That's
Yeah.
the real reason.
Okay.
So,
You know.
That's a little sad. I love when things are well thought through. When a writer has done 3 seasons in his mind and knows
Sure.
where a show's gonna go.
Were you
That's
a
always
Babylon
the
5
best.
fan?
I never watched through it.
You would love it. Though.
But I did.
You would love it
I
because
love
that's what that show is.
Most of what Joss Whedon has done, he's been good about that.
Yeah.
And some of the things that have been canceled by many of
Yeah.
Fox's poor decisions.
Hey, listen.
Speaking of which,
if
Fox
you're looking to
getting
write if you're looking to write a story about a plucky young heroine, you call Joss Whedon and her ragtag group of ne'er-do-wells.
Look, obviously he's not a perfect guy, but like some of his stories, because he was so well thought through, there were little things throughout it from the very beginning that tied into the very end of it that you would never have guessed.
I was
had
always like,
anything
why
to
is
do with it.
why
It's
is Luke
fantastic.
flying with space fish sticks?
why is Yoda such like I don't know.
He's a
protein?
I know
crazy old hermit.
He's
he
actually
is
Michael.
he is the crazy old hermit.
No,
and I
he's
totally
not.
get that.
He's testing
He's
Luke's
testing Luke.
character
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
testing Luke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is Luke
Okay.
someone that will, like, without
Treat him well?
with
Right.
unconditional kind of acceptance, or
Yeah, which is funny.
I see that.
Compared what did we
He's a
see
master
watching the
wise
prequels?
guy.
They specifically say that young Anakin is the kind of guy that would help anyone, and he's very giving.
which is not
Right.
good
And
for
Luke is
Jedi.
not that.
No, Luke is
Luke
not.
is
Luke
not
isn't
what
is
Anakin
Luke
was
not
as a
older
kid.
than Anakin at his
Oh yeah, he's
beginning
much
of
older.
training?
Yeah, he's much older. But he's
boy is too old.
also personality wise, you know what I mean? Like Luke is not the same kind of kid Anakin was.
He's a bit of a spoiled brat.
He is. Go
Yeah,
to
he
Tashi Station, pick up some power converter.
Yeah.
Yoda's so great. This is great. And I love that, like, him reaching for his stick.
What?
Like when Yoda reaches for his stick, like that's Frank Oz's actual hand. You know he missed it on the first try. It's like him scrambling for it is literally Frank Oz trying to reach it. It's so great.
Can we talk about
Yes.
the purchase?
Yeah.
Of Fox Properties?
We
How
I hear
it has nothing to do with Star Wars. Well, it kind of does.
well, no, kind of sure because they'll get Star Wars back. Well, then we'll get the originals unreleased
Oh,
because Disney has the money and the wherewithal to want to do it, and it's still owned by Fox. So Fox is like, we're just gonna do the digital special editions.
I didn't even realize that. I was more interested in all of the other.
Oh yeah, the Marvel stuff. Well, here's the
Well, not even Marvel.
Aliens.
Them coming out with their own
Disney
streaming
Aliens.
service that could be
We'll have
a
that.
big deal.
It'll be it'll be
Or now that they maybe are going to have a majority share of Hulu, do they just go Hulu's our service?
or they would just probably take the infrastructure and rebrand it. Yeah.
Why rebrand it? They have a good following. Hulu's big.
Yeah, but well, I mean, just take the architecture.
Or it could be an add-on like Star
Or
Wars.
an add-on,
to
sure,
Hulu.
right.
It's like, oh, have the Disney Channel for another $15 a month.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things, but obviously
Hulu's great for
Marvel
TV. Hulu's
Cinematic
great for
Universe-
TV. Hulu's bad. Hulu's terrible. Yeah, Hulu's terrible.
Anime.
But Netflix is best movies now too.
Oh, Netflix is terrible for movies.
It used to be really good. Now
It is only they only tell you to watch the movies they want you to watch. You curate but it used to be. I mean, they have they have the worst library of movie titles.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm happy I never got rid of my DVDs because I got movies I want to watch.
Yeah.
Well, here's a friend of mine. It's a big picture. Do I want Disney to have a monopoly on everything that we love, from like the Aliens franchise all the way to
Right.
to everything? Not really.
Yeah, it's not necessarily good, but someone has it, right? It's not like multiple people own any of those
Right,
franchises
exactly.
other than the Marvel Universe, which got broken
Exactly.
up.
Which I want the
and
Marvel.
isn't good.
I want the Marvel. I totally agree with Netflix luxury. However, I do want Marvel United, But a friend of mine pointed out to me this weekend, he goes, yeah, as much as we all want that, and we do, he goes, think of it this way. Fox News is going to be given $64 billion.
64?
Fox News.
Yeah, but
We don't want that.
it's not like they're in want of money. That's
Yeah,
not
but
gonna have
no,
an
no,
impact.
but that's gonna $64 billion has an impact.
That's a pretty.
That's a pretty.
That's a
Could you
good-
do something, Felding, with $64 billion?
I can name you 50 things I can do with $64 billion.
And still have
That's it?
And still have
14 billion left
and
over.
still have $14 billion left over.
Do
Easy.
you have something you do $1 billion with?
Because if you don't, let me handle yours.
If you don't need those 14, I'll take it.
So the prospect of giving $64 billion to Fox News just so that I can get a united Marvel Universe is a little gross to me. But on the other hand, I want to see the Fantastic Four again.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I really do. I love the Fantastic Four.
You know, there's so much potential there. There's so
Yeah.
You didn't like the.
But will they keep
Oh,
with the
terrible.
rated R
Oh,
movies?
terrible. Thank you.
Will they keep?
I think so. I think
Because
so.
that's the one thing that Fox has done right. They've had rated R superhero movies that are good.
Yes, in the past, the past few years, because they don't know how to do not rated. Yeah.
Which is fine. They needed to be. Those were they're like.
Hey, Michael, if
they're-
you
You would buy a, I would,
D-pad,
luxury hobo, I too would buy a $40 million floating
You
point.
can toggle.
In 40 million, think about it, you still have
Down on the D-pad.
Down on the
$63
D-pad.
billion, $960 million left over.
Well, so if I was serious when I said I had a plan for $1 billion,
Wait,
and it is a floating fortress.
real quick, in the movie, in the original version of this movie, this scene with the Emperor in hologram was played by a woman.
Oh yeah.
It was a woman in makeup played the Emperor.
Well, women terrify me.
Women should terrify you.
Well, it makes sense.
Smash the patriarchy, right?
So floating
No,
fortress.
no, women. I love women. I have binders full of women.
Floating fortress. Buy an old aircraft carrier
Oh yeah.
because you could do so much with that.
Oh my God. Guess what? Here's the deal, guys. When I buy an aircraft carrier, you're all moving in.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
got rooms for everyone.
That's part of why it's amazing. You literally can invite everyone.
I
to
got
come
rooms
with
for
you.
everyone.
And you know what? Where do you want to go today? Let's go to Indonesia.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go.
Yeah, and as we're on the boat, I'll be like, all right, it's Tuesday.
want
Tom,
to
guess
play.
what? You get to drive.
No thanks.
Tuesday is Tom's driving day.
Somalia and become pirates.
That sounds like an obligation. No, you could be.
Man, I would put
Luxury hobo can move in, right?
Yeah.
what kind of things
yeah.
we would bring. So
soon as we
so
get that.
before we left, we'd go to the junkyard and we would load the deck with a bunch of junk cars, and then we would launch them off the deck with the aircraft carrier launchers.
Oh my god.
We would set them up like slingshots and just send the cars into the ocean.
So we would just litter the ocean.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll send
I'm
luxury
losing
hobo
faith
in.
in this idea.
Hey, man, you know.
You could slingshot people. You could like have an amazing
Oh,
water slingshot.
oh my God! Oh, could you picture like a water tubing adventure with you on an aircraft carrier slingshot? Oh, it'd be,
Or
you know,
tubing behind an aircraft carrier.
you said what you do.
Imagine that wake. You could get some jumps.
Do you remember in the Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man movie?
No.
When they first put him, they send him to the Running Man. They put him in the little car and they shoot down the thing. Put him in a Running Man style. Put yourself in like a Running Man style car, and then just slingshot into the ocean in one of those balls that you roll around the ocean, like those inflatable balls.
Yep, want to do that.
Yeah, oh, that's a done deal. That's happening. It's happening as soon as I get my aircraft carrier.
Good.
Oh my God, I would get GI Joe costumes for everyone.
Hey, yeah, we can
would all
kickstart this. We
we
might be
would
able to
all
make this
play
into a YouTube
we would all
series.
play GI Joe.
We're gonna get a Kickstarter going for us to buy an aircraft carrier and make a YouTube series, guys.
Yeah. Oh, and we
Luxury
could.
Hobo, you're invited. You this is your
But you're over. You're totally in.
Set up the Kickstarter.
And we would play laser tag. We would get the most advanced version of laser tag on the market. And we would play
Blind
GI.
each
We would
other
play
with
GI
laser
Joe.
tag.
We would play GI Joe. Like there'd be a Cobra.
You're out when you can't see anyone.
Yeah. Cobra. We'd be on the aircraft carrier, and Cobra would be on boats. And once every couple days, the Cobra boats would pull up and start laser tagging us. And the winner, like if they win, they get to spend the night on the spend the night on the aircraft carrier. Yeah.
But think about this: you could have like a single hole golf and a go-kart course and a whole storage of cars down in the hangar as well as planes and helicopters. Trust me, I've thought this through. I've always wanted that.
Trust me.
You've thought this through having an aircraft carrier.
Hey, you gotta have dreams at every level, man.
It's true. It's true.
And I'm ready to be a billionaire.
Okay.
Prepped.
I'm in. I'm so in.
You can film, but you can also just participate.
Good job.
You don't have to like. You could be having fun. Although I guess sometimes the cameraman have fun. If you watch the Jackass movies, though, they're usually not having fun.
No,
They're
not.
usually gagging.
Yeah, and it usually involves
You
a
don't
lot
wanna
of
be
like
that guy. You wanna be
testicular
having fun
torsion.
with it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Speaking of that,
Or stuck in
Spencer,
the car with
did you
someone.
show him the fire, the video
my God.
of the LA fires?
I didn't, dude. I gotta show you this video of the LA fires really quick.
I don't think I want to see this because I
No,
feel like
you do.
this
It's
is
crazy.
not actually a
No,
video.
you do. It's crazy.
Dude, the
Video.
fires have been
Yeah. Well, a dude
insane.
comes out of the house. He was sleeping. Like so, you see
you
him.
not
You
seen
see
any
him
of
like
the-
naked.
I've seen some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you see him naked. So that's where the
Naked?
the idea.
Where
came.
is this?
This is Oh no, there it is.
Have you seen this, Michael?
Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, it's like from the Hollywood Hills.
Nope.
Like it's like crazy rich,
Okay.
Yeah, it's
crazy rich house. But in the middle of it, a guy comes out because he was like sleeping or not.
Look at that.
How do you?
Just click on it.
There we go.
Go to the side.
Like you just see a guy come out like come running out of his house.
So no
that's
one's
on fire.
playing or talking.
They're just kicking him right in the butt.
All right, Hobo. We'll see you in a
Holy
bit.
Hobo.
Crap. That was insane.
Talk
We
about
lost
Nutcracker
our
Christmas.
one.
Oh my
No, he's coming back. He's coming back.
He's
Hobo's,
like, you guys are watching it, I can't see.
Hobo's coming back.
Oh man.
Can you change your appearance in this?
I think you can. Yeah.
You have to unlock it in loot boxes.
Yeah, probably. You're probably
Locked
right.
behind
You're,
a-
you're not
a
wrong. Hey,
cash
don't
wall.
worry about
Are you
changing
leaving,
appearance.
Tom?
We can do this.
What does that mean? You're leaving?
Imperial troops are
How long are you here,
coming
Tom?
fast. Protect base one. Sweep and eliminate.
Through what?
I fly out.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, that's crazy.
So these things are living in this orange map.
Yeah. Well, belly. Yeah.
Belly.
Like,
Belly.
it's like aerospace parasites.
Okay.
But they can survive in the vacuum space.
Got it.
Because he knows what they are. They're Minox. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they must be elsewhere in the galaxy.
Right.
You gotta have a partner.
In the late 90s, one of the first really cool, like, variant action figure sets that they came out with was these guys in their Minox hunting outfits. Like,
That's
big
cool.
mask. It
Yeah.
looked so good. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm this. I'm
I
getting
need
this.
to have this.
Yes.
This needs to be mine.
Yes.
Blow yourself up, Dick. Dick? Oh, you are literally the worst person. I hope you get outplayed. Please.
Where the fuck did he go?
He glitched or something.
Oh,
That was weird.
That was weird. But you're literally the worst.
Why is he the
player.
worst?
Because he was literally sitting on the wall with a shotgun, and he can kind of like wall peek without the other player really seeing where he is.
So
on
why
the
is
wall.
that? Why is that bad?
It's just a cheesy way to
Okay.
play.
Well, here's my question. So let's talk about quick scope.
Okay.
Do you quick scope?
Yes. I hit
How?
so many
Why?
clicks.
How? Why? And why is it allowed?
How and why and why is
How
it
do you
up?
do it?
Okay, so-
Why is it allowed? Because it seems so unfair.
how are you calling it unfair if you don't know what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I know what it is. I know that they're.
So honestly,
I know that
it's a skill.
they're blinding. They're hitting it they're not waiting for you to visually see the scope and they're hitting it.
Follow my
So
lead.
check
Right.
this out. Yes, they are actually. So there's a lot of different like kinds of quick scoping. There's something called a drag scope, which is when you aim real fast, aim and then drag your crosshair onto them.
Okay.
And then there's just a quick scope where they line up. You know the four little dots
Uh-huh.
that are when you're hip firing?
Yeah.
You line that up, people get a lot, it's called your shot. So people line that up, let's say you're coming down a hallway, I'll just line it up and my scope will just be, if I line those four dots up with you and I scope in,
It sounds a lot like
my scope should be dead on.
Right.
Right. Exactly. So
But it's
I'm pretty sure that's just called aiming.
but it's happening
It
without any
happens
human.
like that.
Right. There's no actual human recognizing I'm on target. They're just
right. So it's
I mean, I've seen the replays. You can't tell me that it's someone taking aim and hitting you.
It is somebody taking aim.
No,
and
but
hitting
they're.
you. Yeah, but they are.
It's not though.
But it is because I have to line you up through my 4 dots.
Okay. So,
at that point, it just becomes second nature where you're playing on a TV and they line up somewhere in the TV and it just
It sounds
happens.
like
and it
really
happens,
what
and
it
happens.
is that they're aiming from the hip, and the only reason they're even going to the scope is for the accuracy boost that you get
That's
for pulling
it,
the trigger.
exactly.
Which is not cheating. That's just going. I'm good enough at aiming. I don't need to be down the scope to aim. I just need the scope to have accuracy.
yeah.
Right. I mean,
They've been doing that forever.
I have a little device. No, I know it's been around. I know it's been around for a long time.
it's just a
It's so annoying.
Trust me,
I bought a little device. I never actually used it, but it's a little like red LED thing. That you put, you ever seen those?
Put
And
it
you
in the back. And
Where you put it in the
lines
center.
you up.
Where you put it on the center of your screen,
Yes.
and
I've seen that.
it allows you to quick scope because it shows you where you're.
Sort
A lot
of.
of games have a.
Yeah, if you line it
On there
correctly,
anyway.
it kind of shows you right. It shows like where that white dot is.
It gives you an estimated area because there is sway when you scope in.
Yeah.
So if you scope in and there's sway, like it's not off by a lot, but you still have to account
Yeah,
for it.
I understand what you guys are saying. I understand that yes, there is a skill. There's
actually,
a technique that you have to train yourself to
Yeah.
do. I
It's not
get that.
cheating or anything.
It's
just frustrating.
It's just cheapest because you're watching it and you're like, that guy's not. He's not.
What do you mean?
They're not aiming.
They are.
Yeah, they are aiming.
They're aiming before they go down the scope. They just don't use
Yeah.
the scope to aim.
Yeah, that's
not
what
the same.
they're trying to center you up. They're trying to center you up before they quick scope, so they know the scope's going to be on there.
Yeah.
So it's like they're technically are trying to center you, but like I said, there's something called a drag scope.
No, so explain that one.
So like, let's say
They called it raking back.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
so
Hey,
let's
GoldenEye.
say, yes,
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
They called it raking.
Are you saying Ray King with a K or
Yeah,
with a P?
Ray King.
Oh, I thought you were saying with a P.
Nope.
I'm like, I just saw that Saturday night.
Raking like you do with leaves.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Got it.
it's like, let's say you're coming down a hallway, and I don't center the scope in.
Yeah.
I realize that there's a split second where you realize that your scope didn't line up properly.
Right.
So you drag really quick. It's literally a second. Some guys can get it down to less than that.
And are these guys? Because I've seen that too. I've seen that. Are they doing it with mice attached to the PS4? Are they doing it with
I used to.
PS4? Are they doing it with PS4?
Yeah, they're doing it with the PS4 controller jacked up on 10.
Really?
You know what, Joe? I'll show you. I have some clips saved on my computer, and I'll send them.
I mean, I've seen the clips.
Okay.
It's just, and I understand that obviously it's a skill.
One last assault. That's all.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
It just feels so.
But at the same time,
in a world where they literally name a grenade launcher the noob tube. You know,
Okay,
like
well-
and in a world of gaming where they denigrate you for using a grenade launcher, which is a perfectly valid piece of combat material. Call it a noob tube. How is that? How is that considered
That's
cool?
just the
It's not
toxic
considered
culture
cool.
of gaming.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
it is.
Oh, it's
They
not
just-
considered
They just
cool.
embrace
no,
it.
noob tubing is not.
No, not noob tubing. I'm saying how is in a world where noob tubing is, people call it you're using a noob tube. How then is it considered okay to do that?
Because you don't
YouTube's done.
Yeah,
is their point. I'm not agreeing with it, but that's
yeah,
their point.
but at the same time, you got these 12, 13, 14-year-old kids watching their favorite streamer do this.
Yeah, sure, right.
And so they go into it and go, I want to be just like the FaZe clan that are like some of the best quick scopers out there. And then you got those kids doing it. So if you're gonna, if it's frustrating and you're gonna blame somebody, blame those guys.
It seems to me that's the kind of game design that,
And
if the goal of the game is to,
we'll
we'll just say simulate combat.
Okay.
Using that phrase. That's not simulating combat.
Of course not. I mean, Call of Duty isn't simulating combat whatsoever.
Right, but people are quick scoping on this game too. You know,
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like it's
sort of. It's very that's a gray area.
The idea of a
Call of
sniper,
Duty
the idea of a
made-
sniper was always, we're going to give you an overpowered weapon because your job is to sit in the woods quietly, stake out stuff, wait till people pop their head up and pop them from a distance.
No,
Not
I-
run into a room
I 100%
and quick scope every dude in the room with one shot.
I
That's the
100%
problem.
agree with you. No, I 100% agree with you. But at the same time, it's like Call of Duty was never meant to be that game.
Well, but it's not called. It happens on all.
I mean, it happens, but
on-
it's the
I'm just saying
easiest on Call of Duty.
right.
Like
the practice of it
The practice, like
happens in all these games.
of course. But
And that's
I mean,
it's just it's like we gave you this overpowered rifle
and then
in order to make the drawback is supposed to be that you're not supposed to be the guy running into the
So
fray
here's the thing.
and
Here-
knocking people out.
Here's the thing that you don't know about the recent Call of Duty is that
It's not just Call of Duty, but go ahead.
no, I know, but it's the game that we're talking about.
All right, sure.
So what you don't know is that Call of Duty Activision actually was quick scopers are cancer. I'm cancer
Yeah.
luxury.
Oh,
Evo.
do you quick scope when you play?
Yeah.
You're cancer. But you're the good Hodgkins.
Yeah, I'm the good Hodgkins. Yeah.
I just watched that Kirby.
So good.
What do you mean good Hodgkins? There's no good Hodgkins. No, the good Hodgkins.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
know.
guy in Party of Five had.
Yeah, right.
There's a sizable
Quick
rebel
scoping
force
in
protecting the base.
World War
Move
II
in,
right now.
eliminate all
Yeah,
fighters.
we actually got gimped. If you guys don't
What do
know
you mean?
that.
Why?
So regular guns, your assault rifles, your subs, your LMGs, all have aim assist on them.
Okay.
Wow. Snipers do not.
Oh, okay, good.
But we still dominate because
Yeah.
it takes a skill. Because it takes a lot more practice. Because I don't have the luxury of my cursor just
Alright, guys.
slowly.
Take it off?
I gotta go. I have a long drive to Pasadena.
Where? Oh, are you?
Pasadena?
What are you doing in
All right.
Pasadena? Aren't
What are you doing?
Why aren't you staying around there?
That's where my wife is.
Yeah, but why aren't you staying around here?
That's where she is.
What's she doing up there?
That's where she works.
Ah. So Tom's going right now
Yeah,
to bring
Tom's going.
to bring the pants back to the family.
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you going to be in here tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be in a
Awesome,
while.
man. We'll see you tomorrow. You,
had
Tom,
fun streaming.
Tom, just think of a name.
I have not.
Well, we'll be streaming Jedi tomorrow if you want to.
Maybe Luxury Hobo's got one for me.
All right, buddy.
I leave it to you, Luxury.
Great to see you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Elbow.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
All right, bum friend.
It's all good.
Keep it going.
Yep.
Bye, dude.
That's funny. So the auto assist got nerfed.
The auto assist is no longer on snipers. So you have to snipe without auto assist. But they did the same thing in Black Ops 3. They did the same thing in Advanced Warfare. So we're pretty much used to it by now. It's basically just gotta be better. When they first implemented it in Black Ops 3, oh my gosh, it was
People
literally
like-
AIDS. It was so AIDS. Like trying to get my shot
Call it
back.
something AIDS.
Oh my gosh, it was so AIDS. It
That's
was literally AIDS. It was so bad. So, but yeah, quick scopers are nerfed. If you do get killed by a quick scoper, they're pretty much a good player.
That means they're really good. Yeah.
That means they're really
Okay.
good. They're
Well,
a good player.
Good. Thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome.
I see your side of the thing.
And I see your side.
I like that they nerfed, that they took that nerf,
Yeah.
that they recognize that that's.
And snipers really weren't so butthurt about it. Like, we weren't like, oh my
I
god.
think because you secretly know that you were.
It's just a different way to play.
It is.
It's a different way to play.
It is. It's just that I feel like it's that contract that we'll give you a gun that's OP, but the drawback is you got to sit in the back and chill.
Well, yeah.
And that's how it was for the first 10 years of these games.
Right.
And then it's like, oh no, wait, this happens.
Blame Call of Duty 2.
Was that
because
where it
that's
started?
when first started.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is why we have first-person Feldy on. He's got the history of this stuff locked down.
Yeah. Just dad.
Enemy, over there.
So we're getting Yoda,
Get clear.
Getting all wisdom.
yeah, for the first time, really dropping knowledge on us.
About time. Puppet Yoda? That's good.
Yeah, this is
Puppet
good
Yoda.
looking Yoda.
This is good looking Yoda.
This is like Yoda who
his
is
prime.
he's in his prime, but also like he's
Prime
hiding
Yoda.
something.
I know.
This is like Yoda's got something up his sleeve,
Right?
you know, like I'll trust this Yoda. I like him, but he's always hiding something.
Spoiler alert, he actually kills Luke Skywalker.
Yoda
How could
does?
that? Yeah, right. Could you imagine?
Oh my God, The Last Jedi. Turns out The Last Jedi is all about Yoda returning to life.
Yeah, right.
Yoda comes back to life,
Yeah.
and he just comes back to murder Luke Skywalker. That would be great.
Him and Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, we're still alive, fool.
Still alive.
And they cut down Luke, and they're like, you didn't do a good job with this. We're taking it back.
We're taking it back. But you know what's even worse? Those dweebs that run around and point.
Point blank, you with rocket launchers. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
But-
there's a bunch of. I mean, there is so much AIDS in there's so
I
much.
get it.
I mean,
There's
like
so much-
luxury.
yeah.
Like luxury hobo, cancer. I get it. There's a lot of cancer. There's
Yeah.
a lot of toxicity in the
Yeah.
community that a certain way of playing is.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the guys that run around with the rocket launchers up close, basically, if you sneak up on them, they're going to blow themselves up too, right?
I mean, at this
Rebel
point,
forces at
rocket
home.
launchers is a one-shot.
Right.
They get one kill, and they're probably dead after they shoot the rocket anyway.
Right.
Because they, one, need to get close enough. Two, their reload times are literally
Yeah.
7 years. Like, I'll graduate college before they get another
Right.
round.
And I'm fine. I guess I'm fine with when you say like, oh, that's their play style.
Yeah.
With their play style not being something that can take out half my team in a second.
So,
If their play style is just like the guy that wants to run around doing melee for everything.
oh, that is
you know,
one of my
like that guy.
favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Like,
that.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
killing
yeah.
people with a shovel.
Right.
it.
Like you know that dude, he might rack up a few kills, but at the same time, you know you got an advantage on him.
Oh,
So he's sacrificing distance to get
So-
what he wants out of it.
so let's put that in perspective. I have one shot as a quick scoper.
Right.
And then reload.
Right.
Okay? One, I need to be able to get to center you up, be able to quick scope you in a very quickly amount of time before you turn around and put a bullet in me and make me flinch.
Right.
At that point, I see where you're coming from, but quick scopers are actually gimping themselves when it comes to,
Yeah.
let's say you're running around with a PPSH
Yeah.
and you're just mowing people down, or a what's it, MP41,
Yeah.
and just mowing people down. I mean, when you look at it that way, it's like you have a 30-round clip to my one bullet.
Right.
I really need to be good, and I really
Right.
need to be, my reaction time needs to be
Right.
ecstatically better than yours.
Right. Very true. Very true.
So, I mean, I get it. I know it's
Pick the target.
literally one of the most annoying things,
Right.
and it's been a community complaint since Call of Duty 2, when it was
Yeah.
created. Be a Death Trooper.
Real quick, we can't overlook the fact that Han is right now doing the coolest thing in any movie I've ever seen.
He's doing some smuggler
Han
stuff
just
here.
straight up attaches himself to the Star Destroyer.
It's pretty sick.
and just hangs out there.
Yeah.
So maybe they were on this end of the Star Destroyer for days. I don't think they were, but that goes back
I
to
really want to say they were, because that would be kind of cool, right?
yeah.
Just chilling on the Star Destroyer for
And
a couple days.
you know, there was like one ensign on one of the other Star Destroyers who looks over and sees this weird bump and is like, "Huh? You see that? What are they outfitted differently with some different?" Shut up, kid.
Shut up, kid.
Keep asking that, and Vader will smoke you.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
sure.
sorry.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
I won't. Yeah, okay.
Your rank is janitor. Go do
Yeah.
janitorial things. Boy.
He likes to be called a custodian.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My
One
bad.
on the scanner.
My bad.
No.
No,
I just got that guy though.
Yes, you did. Oh, you got that.
No.
Really?
I didn't say that. Yeah, Empire was the movie that I absolutely knew
By heart.
dialogue by heart.
Yeah.
100% could
So what
recite.
makes Empire so much better than all the
Rebel
other
forces
ones?
in critical condition.
Because it actually it advances the story
Okay.
like in a cool way and not in a everything's gonna come up roses way.
Okay.
Throwing grenade.
mean, that makes sense.
I mean, the bleak ending is amazing. You got the snow stuff. I think snow is always awesome. Like whenever James Bond would go to snow, it was always cool.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so the whole Hawk thing is great. The asteroid field, you get to see Han's Han's skills be put to good use.
Right.
You get
You get to
Boba
see
Fett.
The what's it called? It's called
Slave One.
Slave One.
Yes.
Right. Thank
you
you.
get Slave One, and
Yeah.
you're like Boba Fett is so cool.
He is so cool.
Yeah, like that's a thing.
True.
You get introduced to Lando.
I don't think Lando's that cool.
I like him.
I think he's a player.
Oh, he's a
I think-
huge player.
I think he's a player, which is totally cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a better actor would have
Oh,
made Lando.
don't let Billy D hear you say that.
I'm sorry.
Billy D is amazing. But yeah, you're right. I mean, so get Lando in the mix.
Quick scope out.
Ugnox.
First person belly.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Oh.
You know, Call of Duty is really the only game that I really quick scope on. Like if I go to Battlefield and I see that, and I take out somebody that I had to literally put them at the very edge of my scope, and I get this marksman bonus that's over 1,000 points. I think that is the coolest thing ever. Honestly, it's taking somebody out like across the map, and you know how Battlefield is. It's just these enormous battles. Or I snipe someone out of a helicopter, or out of a jet, or out of some sort of vehicle.
Bless you.
Satisfying, way better than quick scoping. But I also like running and gunning with a sniper because that's just how I like to do it. Battlefield 3 was one of my most played games when it came out. Oh my gosh, I played the living crap out of that game. That and Battlefield 4. I just like the way it played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battlefield 4 was pretty popular.
Yeah.
For sure.
Call of Duty started to lose its luster.
Well,
One
of my best buddies. He's like he can't get into Call of Duty because it's so fast.
You know, it just kind of loses its luster when you get older, and it's just like I haven't played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops.
You know what? For me,
and that was 4 years ago.
It becomes a rhythm game. It
Yes.
just becomes a rhythm, and I
Absolutely.
find that almost literally like a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
And I'm not even joking with that comparison where it's just something as I play it, whether I kill people or not, if I find myself getting in a rhythm, it's relaxing.
right.
Because when you can't get in that rhythm, it's frustrating.
You're literally gliding through the game.
Yes.
Your
Your left thumb is constantly pressed down and forward.
Yep. And it's
And it's just this forward momentum of kill, shoot, hide, snipe, jump, run, and then you die and you start over.
yeah, right.
And that's sort of relaxing to me in a weird way.
right. And I mean, it takes no offense. It doesn't take up like your brain getting stimulated all that much.
Completely.
And it just
Completely.
you know what? It's just whatever.
Completely right. You're
Right.
completely right. Yeah, 100% that. 100% that. For me, I take a year off for the war games.
Do you?
So yeah, so like I bought this Call of Duty. I didn't buy last year's just because I heard it was bad, but I also didn't buy the previous years. But normally, I'll whatever they come out with next year, I'll probably skip unless I find
You know
it's
what?
amazing. And then I'll do the following.
I started doing that, and I was all like, you know what? I'm done wasting my time. My friends don't play Call of Duty games anymore.
Thanks, Luxury Hobo. We love you too.
Heart forever. I play a lot of WoW. You know this.
Yeah. Oh, how did your? So Thursday you couldn't join us because
Yeah.
you were doing some big raid or something. What happened there?
So we did get a pretty high kill. It was a World 26.
Okay. So what is 26th place in the world?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
And we keep that place forever.
That's pretty great.
Out of
Well,
10,000.
Someone can't beat you.
Nope. Because we killed the 26th in the world.
Oh, you were literally the 26th person
To
to
kill.
ever kill that dude.
Yep, in the world.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, that's really great.
Maximum fun.
I have raid tonight, which I will be late for. But
We appreciate it.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I like being here.
Look, you need a jet early.
No.
Yeah, get out.
You guys hate me?
Not at all. Luxury Hobo. He loves
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that's
Dream
right.
Group.
Yeah, Dream Group.
Totally. Oh, see, this is Lando, man. He is smooth.
He is smooth.
They need to get
I
Billy
know.
D in these sequels, man. They need to get Billy D in some form.
Watch him play Mace Windu.
Oh. Turns out he was Mace the whole time.
Yeah, right.
He actually was Mace here.
Yeah,
He just went under an assumed
Yeah,
name. He's got a robotic arm.
Totally.
Yeah. He's always
George
been.
Lucas.
Yeah.
I know what you're going with. Okay.
He's always been Mace. Because we need Star Wars to be even smaller. Literally, it's not that every person of color is related. It's only one person.
Only one person.
That's fantastic.
This is awesome.
That is fantastic. No, I would love to see him. Well, he's going to be in the Han Solo movie, which I'm very excited about.
Is he going to be playing?
He's played by who's playing Lando in the Han Solo movie?
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, yes. Which I'm excited about. I was just watching Star Wars Spider-Man Homecoming.
Keep up
He
the
plays
attack.
the robber that will eventually become, I think he might have been Hobie Brown, but the robber who was eventually Miles Morales' uncle. And he's just got a couple scenes in it, and he's great.
Yeah.
He's great. He's so much fun to watch.
I'm pumped for the Han Solo.
So am I. I'm very worried, but also I
I'm
think they
very
had enough.
worried.
I think they had enough time to fix it.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
too.
it's not like the Justice League.
Now, I want to say that it's not going to be the same, but do you remember the game that got canceled by...
Star Wars 1313?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes! I
Yes.
want it to be like that.
Ooh, I just want that.
I want that.
Yeah, I
period.
want that
No,
as a
I want
Boba
that
Fett
period.
movie. Yeah.
I want that period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 1313 game looked and sounded amazing.
It
I want more
sounded-
games like that. I want
They-
more adventures.
They teased us with the demo at E3 like years ago.
Yes.
And it looked great for
Looks
its time.
sick. So, dude.
Completely.
Dev.
Stay together.
Yeah, I totally agree. Did you see the 1313
I know.
stuff?
Oh,
Yeah, I was
I
super
know.
excited for
There's
that.
a lot of
That
games
game
that I
looks
wish.
so cool.
That was a big
There's a lot of
letdown.
games that I wish that they would make, like Republic Commandos 2.
Oh,
Ready to
yeah.
go.
Oh my gosh, I would literally not ever leave my room. I would literally take PTO to play that game. But like you said, Star Wars 1313.
Yeah, that looked great.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking.
KOTOR.
So we were talking the other day with Hobo. I think I would kill for a Millennium Falcon simulator. So it's
We were
like a
talking
space
about
comp. Yeah, we were talking about it
yeah,
last
because
week.
they made TIE Fighter, they
Right.
made X-Wing.
But like now,
Rogue Squadron.
but not so much that it's always about the flying, but that like it's about the maintenance on the ship. It's about you're a smuggler.
kind of an RPG.
Yeah, like you just won. You're a smuggler, and you just won the Falcon in a game of Sabat.
Okay.
And now you get to go around do smuggling jobs, do whatever jobs, and
That
obviously,
would be cool.
yeah, the gameplay part
And it's
obviously
like,
is the space
as,
stuff.
as you build the Millennium Falcon,
Yeah.
that's kind of your
You gotta
skill
fix
tree.
the hyperdrive.
Yeah, that's just
You
right.
gotta-
Yeah.
Stuff breaks. On
Yeah,
it.
right.
You know, like if you don't. So picture a skill tree like a gas tank. So
Right.
you filled it up, and your hyperdrive's working 100%. But if you don't smuggle enough materials, it slowly drops.
Right.
And you have to maintain the smuggling at a certain level in order to keep your hyperdrive working.
So I'm going to make your life a whole lot better.
Okay.
It's
Recommend
not-
Wing
it's-
Commander.
It's no, no. But there's this PC game called
Keep it up a
Star
bit
Citizen.
longer.
Yes, there is.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, and I'm hearing you explain the Millennium Falcon game. And
Mark
I'm like,
Hamill.
This is Star Citizen.
Mark Hamill
100%.
Yep.
did the voice in
It's
Star
what
Citizen.
Yep.
No Man's Sky should have been. By the way, Luxury Hobo, I did see that little No Man's Sky blurb that you had in the chat. Terrible game.
I think he had a winky face.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was sarcastic
Terrible
about it.
game.
Yeah.
They promised
for
a lot of
sure.
stuff, and like they gave us a demo version
For
of
sure.
of the complete.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But I
Star Citizen. I've heard good things about
yeah,
it.
I'm actually a Patreon.
Oh, for Star
donor.
Citizen?
Yep.
Nice.
So I get my own custom ship. I get to
nice.
do a bunch of stuff. I played the demo.
Is it worth it? What do you play it on?
PC.
Can you play it on console?
No.
That's
Because the console right now, I think the only console that would be able to play it hasn't even been made. It takes a lot of graphics
Really?
cards.
It's heavy.
It's heavy. It's
Okay.
heavy. So, but it looks great. Luxury Hobo, if you want to go see what No Man's Sky should have been, look up Star Citizen, look up some demos and some gameplay on it.
That's pretty great.
Gorgeous.
So right
What
now,
are these things?
those are Ugnaughts, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And also when you guys weren't even born yet. When they came out with the action figure of the broken C-3PO with Chewie, like he came in a bag on Chewie's back,
Yeah.
that blew all of our minds. We're like,
Yeah.
what? So not only do you get a C-3PO that was you could fully assemble him and have a fully functional 3PO, but he also fit on top of the Chewbacca's back that came
You
with
got
it.
a carrying case?
Yeah. It was a bag. It was
That's
3PO in a
actually cool.
bag, and it
Yeah.
came on Chewie's back. And you was like, of course, you ended up losing one of his limbs
Of course.
immediately. So my 3PO always was missing a left arm.
Right.
But that as a toy was like, yes, we have a blow apart 3PO.
That's pretty sick.
So cool.
Luxury Hobo, I want it.
So cool.
I
I'm
wanted
sorry,
it
I don't like
weeks ago.
Lando. I really don't like.
Want
You don't
it.
like Lando either.
No.
What?
He didn't like Lando either.
See, that's what I'm saying. I
think
don't
he's-
know. I don't know if he's like too
Well-
sly or I'm just
Well,
like I wish I
obviously
was
he sells them out in this movie.
Of
So
course.
there's that element of, sure, I don't like him because of that. But I just love...
What are his values? Then he helps them out.
No, he's a scout. He's here's what he is as a character. He is what Han Solo could be. His
I'm
his
50-50
lack
on him. See?
of Lando's lack of character is showing us, the viewer.
Okay.
This is what Han Solo was before he met the good influence of Luke, Leia.
Okay.
This is the
But
life
it is
Han
a
Solo.
Silk Road.
It's a two-time.
Well, but
And a popped collar.
Yeah, well, because he didn't
popped collar.
have Lando's style.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
from a storytelling perspective, that's what this is showing.
Yeah.
Han has now gone, I wouldn't say gone soft, but Han has gone good, so to speak.
Right.
And this is reminding us this is the world he came from. Han was Lando 6 years ago.
That makes sense. And
That's what's
I
so
100%
cool.
Get that.
That's what's so cool about it.
Right. I 100%.
And then in Jedi, you see that Lando becomes Han.
right.
Because Lando learns that, oh, yeah, it's okay to help the good guys. So I'm going to become a general in the Republic. And Lando becomes...
Like, what are the credentials? What's his resume look like to be a general in the Republic?
Well, in Return of the Jedi, he says, someone must have told him about my maneuver at the Battle of Tanab.
Oh, okay.
And apparently his maneuver was so good that they were like, you need to be in charge of stuff.
Listing lazily to the left?
I might have been.
It might have been.
I might have just been so smooth that the Battle of Tanab went really well.
That's why. Oh, yeah.
Colt 45. I passed out copious amounts of Colt 45.
Oh my God.
Malt liquor.
That's disgusting.
What's what he was a show for.
That's true.
That's what I was saying. Louis Gossett Jr. What's his name?
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams. That's what he
He
sold.
was a total douche in real life.
I've heard terrible
He
things
wouldn't
about
even
him.
talk to me for $50.
I've heard
Not a
terrible
good
things
person.
about him.
Yeah.
When my friend was getting a haircut next to him
Oh, really?
at a barber shop, and he was a jerk to him. Like you're both just there getting haircuts.
Yeah.
Like you're in the barber chair next to each other, and my friend was like, "Oh my gosh, nice to meet you," and he was like, "I don't talk to me, kid."
Only talk with the best.
Yeah, the best.
Only talk with the best.
Yeah, no, I have heard not flattering things, which it's kind of telling that they didn't bring him back for any of these prequel or sequels yet. You know what I mean? Like there might be a reason why no one wants to work with him back
Because he's
on Star
technically
Wars.
Mace Windu, and that's played by.
This is the
going
fanfic.
way so far-
Yeah,
so far
Mace
up.
Windu put on a wig.
Yeah, right.
He actually when Mace Windu jumped out of the window, he actually landed on the Millennium Falcon, which we know was flying around during the prequels
Right.
because it's in the prequels.
Right.
He fell on the Falcon. Whoever was piloting it at that time took him in.
Right.
That guy eventually died in some battle. I don't say Mace killed him, but then he left. He's like, "Take the keys to the Falcon.
Take the keys.
You and your one-armed Jedi, but quick, wear this wig."
Yeah,
And
right.
so he gave him the wig, and he gave him. You know what? That guy was a wig smuggler.
He's a wig smuggler.
The guy who originally owned the Falcon during the time of the prequels was a wig smuggler. When Mace Windu fell, a wig smuggler, like hair, like wig hair.
Not spice?
No. He was a wig smuggler. So when Mace Windu fell out of the window, yeah, when Mace, you know what I'm talking about, Luxury Hello. When Mace Windu fell out of the window, he was taken in by the guy whoever that was, and he's like, "Here, as long as you're gonna be my friend, have a good wig." And he was like, "Oh," he goes, "I need to go." And he's like, "I need to go undercover." And the guy's like, "Well, I knew a guy named Calrissian, and you landed on top of my ship, so why don't you be Lando Calrissian?" Boom. That's how it happened. That is how it happened, everybody. Spread the good word. We just told you how Mace Windu became Lando Calrissian.
On the real though, Lucas is going, I feel like this service for the Force.
Yeah.
Crack the code.
Yeah, Lucas is like, who got a hold of my unproduced screenplay?
Yeah.
Somebody got a hold of episode 4.5.
Exactly.
The Adventures of Lando's Hair Plugs.
So
This is great when Han comes in the room. He's like, didn't even ask me any questions. Didn't ask me any questions.
Roger.
Leia, she's in her romper.
Yo,
point.
This is where the romper started.
Yeah.
To catch. Okay.
Now we all know that Harrison Ford wanted to die in this movie, right?
100%. I heard that. He's all like, I don't want to be part of Star Wars.
Yep. That's how I knew he was going to die in Force Awakens.
Oh, 100%.
When he was doing interviews for that movie and press for that movie, he was so happy about it that I said, "Oh, he's not going to live."
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, literally, like months before I saw the movie, I was like, "Oh no, they're killing Han." Harrison Ford is way too happy about this movie.
Yeah, right.
They're killing Han Solo.
Oh, 100%. Like, but guys, you need to know. Han Solo had to be Blade Runner.
He liked Blade Runner.
He loved.
He liked Rick
No,
Deckard.
that's what I'm saying. Like he had to go shoot Blade Runner for the next one, and I'm pretty sure new Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to be making that. Yeah.
So he's got a lot of stuff to be doing.
Yeah.
Other than
And crashing into golf courses in your airplane.
yeah, pretty much.
I know, right, Ho? Like you would think, but I guess he didn't like the character. He never liked the character of Han. If you hear him talking, like he loves Indiana Jones though.
Yeah.
Because Indy's more well-rounded. Indy has more personality than Han. Yeah, Han's most personality is in Empire. In Star Wars, he's pretty one note, and in Jedi, he's pretty one note.
That's true. I would give half my body to be a character.
I would become Lobot to become Lobot, is what I'm saying. In order to be Lobot, I would become Lobot.
Right.
Pretty altered. I will say this, the CG effects that they added to Cloud City are gorgeous. For the special edition. Cloud City looks amazing in this new version. Like, it really opens it up.
Mission success.
Cloud City actually does.
Well, then, look, Hobo, you could give half your body like Darth Maul.
Oh.
Your lower half. And
Shots
just
fired.
lower half be a robot leg.
Yeah, that's right. Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
And Clone.
Yep.
Oh, get owned, Chewie. Sit down.
That's Wookiee racism. How do you know that?
Yeah, oh yeah. We got it. We got you.
No!
You shot that dude right in the forehead.
I know. Did you
Right
see
in
his
the.
helmet,
I
like,
did.
back?
Right in the.
Yeah.
It was like he was walking through a half-open doorway.
Yeah, right. Bonk. Big.
Now this is great. The internet bent over backwards in the scene when Chewie's freaking out and Vader has Boba Fett put his gun down.
Yeah.
The internet bent over backwards to say it was because Anakin recognized the droid that he created when he was a kid, and he didn't want C-3PO destroyed.
No kidding?
Did you ever hear that?
No.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it's crazy though.
That's crazy.
Because
that shows
3PO's already been blown to bits.
Yeah, he's already been torn apart, put in a bag.
Yeah. Plus, you know, all these protocol droids look the same. How does he know that's the same robot?
Right. And
He doesn't.
it's the Force.
He doesn't know that's the same robot.
It's the Force. He knows. Come on.
Who? Wait a minute.
What other protocol droid has a
fool-
British accent?
Well, that's true. This fool thought his wife and kids died. And you're saying, but through the Force, he's going to recognize the robot he built 45 years ago?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
This fool has his daughter in detention center.
That's true.
Is torturing her for information and doesn't realize it's his daughter. But yet, oh wait, don't shoot that robot.
Don't. He's a homie.
Yeah, he's a homie from Tatooine.
Yeah, yeah. Long-time friend there.
Yeah, long time homie from Tatooine. Back when I used to run around with Greedo.
Shooting
Yeah.
and pod racing.
Yeah, boy, this is carbonite freezing.
So.
And for the record, guys,
Yes.
Marvel did a Lando Calrissian miniseries
Okay.
that explained how Lobot became who Lobot is.
Who's Lobot?
Lobot's his buddy with the
Oh, with
robot
the
head.
Cyborg guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So like Lobot was his own dude, like he was a real dude, whatever.
Wait, Joe, can we open some loot boxes? I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a crap ton.
You,
Let's
yeah,
do-
sure, yeah, go for it.
Let's do some
Yeah,
robots.
go for it. So Lobot was like, basically he got, I forget the story reason why they put,
They're
put
testing him
he
for
had,
Luke.
was it there?
Yeah, Darth Vader was testing the facility because he.
No. I'm talking about Lobot and why he's half droid from this miniseries, this comic.
Because that's the only way someone would be Lando's friend is if Lando enslaved him with cyber.
No, that's not it at all.
I know, I'm joking.
But he's still human, and he has a life and all this stuff. But he's like succumbing to this robotic presence,
Right.
and he ends up having to sacrifice himself to save Lando's life.
Oh.
And it leads up to to them owning Cloud City.
Right.
So that's why Lando loves Lobot so much, because in the story, basically, Lobot gives up his personality to save Lando's life.
Got it.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
why
a really
he's just like
yeah,
a mindless.
and there's a legit reason why he has the implants put in, but
Uh-huh.
I'm blanking on it right now. But it's a really cool story. Like
That's
it's
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
How do you open loot boxes?
Pay $10.
Go home. Go to home. Only have one
We only
crate.
have one?
We have one crate, dude.
How
It's
is
your
that
daily
possible?
log. Well, you earn money and you buy loot
Can we buy
boxes.
some?
You can buy some, sure. Don't spend all my money though.
Can I spend all of it?
No, you can't,
Can I
jerk.
spend all-
Try buy a trooper crate.
What else are you gonna use your money for?
He wants Darth Vader.
Don't judge me.
You don't know me.
You don't know
He wants
me.
Darth Vader.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you spend them and unlock people. Don't spend my money on
credits.
fuck
We got more
shitty-
credits.
Well, we'll unlock somebody. Let's unlock like Vader or something. Luke.
Well,
Don't.
couple more.
Don't. No.
You said I could buy a couple.
No. Give me that.
You
Give me
literally
that.
said I could buy a couple.
Yeah, then I changed my mind.
Damn it.
Jerk.
Jerk.
So here, we're gonna
Luxury
unlock
Hobo,
somebody
you
cool.
wanna see some loot
So do we
boxes?
want to unlock Vader or do we want to unlock Luke?
Kylo Ren.
He's unlocked.
He's unlocked.
Wait, can we unlock some stuff for the classes? Like
Hero is
Assault?
locked. Do we want to unlock Luke or Vader?
Let's do some class stuff.
Well, I think we'll have enough money. I want Vader.
I think Vader. I think we unlock Vader. I think that's exciting.
No, just
wait,
Vader.
hold on.
We have Vader.
We're gonna no, we don't.
Oh, luxury hobo.
Luxury hobo. Who do you want us to unlock?
Assault class.
We'll unlock one of these guys, like Vader, Chewie, this new lady character, Luke. Is that Leia or the Emperor? Who do you want us to do it? We'll let Luxury Hobo choose.
Yep. Don't give in to EA.
That's not a
evil
character. That's just.
It's a trap.
Yo, grilled cheese and a cherry
What
Coke.
about
I'm hungry.
Ray? Ray's
You want
locked.
to share luxury hobo?
You say go with the villain. So you're saying Vader?
Oh,
course
yeah.
you're saying
Vader.
Yeah, I think so.
Vader.
So we're gonna unlock Vader.
Confirmed.
Vader, I hardly know her.
Boom.
Boom. See? Okay.
You're part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Take her over.
Take her away.
I want those plans.
No. What are we doing?
Well, I don't think you unlock anything on those. Or
You do. Go to Assault.
Go to Assault.
Or maybe it just shows you what you have.
Yeah, it just shows you. Yeah,
But-
you unlock them by playing them. You reach level 10
Locked.
with it, and that'll unlock.
Ah.
You spend the money to unlock
Now
those
I
dudes.
understand.
But now with Vader open, we can equip star cards.
Hey, Luxury Hobo, you watch Trailer Park Boys? Any of you guys watch Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Negative.
A negatory?
Negatory. I've been watching The Punisher though.
Punisher's solid.
So solid.
Punisher's legit.
It is really legit.
Is it too legit to quit?
Hey, hey! Too legit. Too legit to quit.
Heard of it? Never.
This is
seen
actually
it,
a great fight. I really like the...
Oh, this fight's solid. I prefer the Jedi fight, though. I think the Jedi fight's more emotional.
I agree. In
This-
the Family Guy, there's a part where Vader like throws a piece of the set, and in the Family Guy version, Stewie like throws it at Luke, and he's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? That whole thing came down. Oh my God." You know what I'm talking about?
So we'll buy a hero crate here.
Hero Crate.
Why hero though? It's so hard to get the heroes.
But then it'll be more fun when we have them.
What is it? A refrigerator that has hollow discs?
Yeah, pretty much.
So first we got
They aren't ready for the
Suck.
Sick,
I haven't seen any.
Ooh.
Can we play some of the campaign? I want to see what the campaign looks like, Joe.
yeah, play a little bit, sure.
Item Versa? I've seen all the cutscenes, so. Is that on Netflix? My Netflix
Oh,
right now?
we haven't unlocked that character yet, so
Yeah.
okay, here we go.
What were you saying?
Oh, Luke Skywalker T65B, T65. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the X-Wing calls it, or the model numbers.
Peekaboo.
Crafting parts. What do we do with crafting parts?
Craft. But of
How do we
course-
craft? Is that a thing we can do now?
That's my favorite part. Lando's getting strangled. Chewie is...
Still a chance to save Han.
What was Trailer Park Boys? Is that on Netflix?
It is on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
I believe it's on Hulu now.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
What is this? Trooper?
Darth Maul, victory pose. Chewbacca. Crafting parts. And officer. Who's better? Duplicate. So it gives us $200 back. We'll do this.
Trooper. So are these?
I feel like $200 back isn't
Yes.
fair. That's pretty cheap. You should
Right.
get your full like 1/4 of whatever it costs you.
Right.
$200 is kind of crappy.
That is... It's EA.
For real.
It's EA, though.
Luxury Hobo, I do remember Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh
That was
yeah.
an awesome game.
Expert
Yeah.
weapons handling.
Awesome
Nice.
game.
I used to spend hours in the deserts of Tatooine mining for gems.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Star Citizen. It's basically like that. 100%.
So how do we craft?
I would go over to career, and then I would go leave career. I think you have to craft like when you're in your collection.
Yeah. it goes
Like there's
to-
certain weapons you can make, and then there's certain perks you can make, I think.
Skywalker.
Skywalker. Blast. Yeah.
Have you tried the campaign yet?
A little bit, yeah.
Is it cool?
Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Is it super fan?
Yeah. Eden Versa is pretty cool.
Not strong as it thinks.
Yeah, that private server for
Most
Star Wars
impressive.
Galaxies was probably. I mean, you're probably the only one on it, to be honest.
Probably, yeah.
So there's really no interaction with anybody else other than mining for gems on Tatooine.
But you could remember you could be a you could like be a dancer at a
could be a
cantina.
dancer. Yes, you could.
Or a flute player.
Yes.
Or, like
You're 100%
yeah, it was
right.
crazy.
I think I saw 3 people.
Well, guess what, Luxury Hobo? That's 2 more people that are watching our Twitch stream.
Bingo. That's true. That's true.
So how do we craft? What are we doing with crafting here?
Is it collections?
Is that it?
Assault. Changing mode. Oh, man.
Well, that's not crafting. No?
These are not the
No.
droids you
Careful buttons.
Who's that? Okay.
Go to armor. See if you can craft.
You are an entire party, Luxury Hobo.
Yes, you are.
Armor.
Screw other.
Equip and craft cards. Boom.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Craft.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
say-
okay.
I wouldn't be throwing around hero or anything.
Yeah, I know, but I like it though.
Okay.
I like it. I like this hero throw around. So we could craft a card. So we could.
Yeah.
We could craft one of these cards.
Okay.
Okay, so wait. So let's go to someone that we don't have any cards because I think there's a couple that we don't. Yeah, like this guy. We don't have a second card for him.
We
Or
can.
do we do?
We can, yeah. I like how Darth Vader's just throwing stuff at Luke, and he is completely missing it.
We're gonna
with
craft.
his lightsaber. It's
We're gonna craft
literally-
just to craft. Boom. We just crafted a card, everybody.
It's called Survivalist. Your health regeneration delays are shorter than normal. There you go.
All right.
Well,
Okay, so that's what crafting is.
That's what crafting is.
That's exciting. We just learned something new.
I'm excited. What's this guy? Oh, explosive expert.
Be right back.
Be right back.
Concussion rocket.
Cute concussion.
Jetpack fuel refills faster. Look at that. Attention, this is Lando. Everyone burn your personal videos drives of you and your ladies. It's time to get out of here. We don't want to leave any evidence behind. I'm Lando Calrissian.
So does Lando ever go back to Cloud City?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
To see what it had become at under
Yeah,
Imperial rule?
I don't think so. I think, well, I don't know if the Imperials do anything with it.
Oh, okay.
Like, they don't necessarily need a Tabana gas mine, you know?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why are the stormtroopers so bad at shooting?
Well,
They're so bad.
it's funny you say that. One of the in-canon excuses that people use is that because the stormtroopers are clones based on Jango Fett,
Okay.
and Jango Fett's now been dead for 30 years,
Right.
that the skills, the DNA of the clone is degraded.
Oh,
So, like,
that makes
we're-
sense.
yeah.
Because you can't split DNA and split it and split it and split
Right.
it without it
Right.
really just falling apart.
Right.
Right.
So that's kind of the I don't want to say excuse, but excuse
Yeah.
that people have said, like, yeah, because Django's dead, so therefore blah blah blah.
I'd use $65 billion to
Create
create
a
a
little Death Listen, if that's all it, listen, luxury. If that's all it costs, I think we could find enough billionaires
Yeah.
to make a Death Star.
I know, right?
Enough billionaires who are like,
Yeah, right.
I love Star Wars. You love Star Wars.
Let's just kind of
Yeah. Somewhere Bill Gates is like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I got that.
Wait a minute, that's a thing?
Let me just break out my pocketbook.
Yeah.
Write you a check.
100% that.
It's so good.
All right, here you go, Feldy. Pass some sticks. Go for
All
it.
right, let's.
We just
rock and
upgraded a
roll.
lot of people, so maybe
rock and
we'll
roll.
get a little better here. Not that you need the help. I need the help.
It's all good.
I'm terrible.
We'll use NASA to launch it for us. No worries.
So
You're
you
absolutely right.
can't launch a Death Star. You got to build that in space.
Yeah, we'll build
That's
it.
not launchable.
Yeah, we're gonna-
If you launch it, it's called the Death Satellite. A Death Star is not launchable. Come on, hobo.
Come on, hobo. We'll have it'll.
Yeah, you got to build a space station that has a construction facility
Right.
to do a dry dock in space.
Right.
If I've learned anything from Star Trek, I've learned that.
Fine.
Yeah, so you dry dock it in space, and I get it. Maybe your first Death Star isn't going to be the size of a moon, but it's got to be bigger than launchable.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Here's a tip for anyone watching the stream. When if you're ever giving a Father's Day card to your dad, use pictures from this scene in Empire Strikes Back.
100%.
When Vader cuts off his son's arm, and then his son kills himself rather than hang out with his dad. It's the most touching Father's Day card you're ever gonna.
That is so touching.
The most touching Father's Day card you're ever gonna give. It's pretty amazing.
Many watchers. That's
Yeah, it is pretty much. I tapped into that personalized greeting card trick years ago, and I've given my father multiple cards with a handless Luke Skywalker.
The thing is, my dad doesn't even like Star Wars. I know. Shocker.
He told me you killed him. Okay, now listen, listen. This is important. He never says, Luke, I am your father. And yet the quote that everyone says is, Luke, I am your father. It's as if they need to say Luke so that people recognize he's talking about Star Wars. That's not the line at all. He says, no, I am your father. Also, spoiler alert, on set, he says, I killed your father.
Oh.
He did not, they did not tell them that the dialogue was going to be, I am your father. They say, they just, Luke, Mark Hamill was acting here as if he said he killed your father.
Right.
So he's the guy that's responsible for your dad's death. Either that or he said Obi-Wan killed something. He did not say I am your father. They found out later when the movie was finished that he was actually his father. It was a surprise to the end.
Grenade out!
I gotta be honest. I feel like I'm getting better just watching Mike play. And I mean it. No, I mean it because I'm watching you move differently than I move. I charge ahead a lot.
Yeah,
I constantly go forward, and I'm constantly dying because of it.
Yeah.
You dance.
Yeah, I dance.
You back up, you go forward, you use the environment to your advantage. Yeah. It's good.
It's just
Whatever you
comes
need.
with practice, I guess. I mean, it's just a different style of play,
Yeah,
just like any
for
other
sure.
game.
For sure. Here's my back payment. I left you a land speeder on Tatooine. Where is it?
Yeah, right.
You're telling me you grew up with that idiot stepbrother of mine, Owen Logs? Didn't I have him turn to ash? That Baru, though, quite a looker.
Quite a looker. Oh my god.
Tell me, Luke, do you hate sand as much as I do?
Yeah, he hates it. Yeah,
It's so coarse, Luke. It grates in you. It gets into everything, right?
right?
Contact!
Oh,
Luke, do you have your mother's Japor snippet?
oh man.
I gave her a Japor snippet. That is such a pink lineup. Alert my Star Wars player to prepare for my arrival. Now that actually was added for the special editions. I don't know if you know.
Really?
that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that scene of him walking, that wasn't there.
Forces remain.
In the original, the next time you see Vader, he's just on his Star Destroyer.
Oh.
And I do think rightfully so. Lucas and those guys were like, we need a little scene showing that he went.
Yeah.
He didn't just appear on the Star Destroyer.
Right.
Like,
He's not a magician.
right. And so they did that little CG cutscene of him walking, which is pretty cool.
I'm trying to play this really.
Pretty good.
Grenade out!
Oh,
It's not one shot kill to the face. To the face!
To the face!
I like this guy way more.
So here's the only thing I question about this and about oh well, thank you, Hobo. We appreciate it.
I appreciate that.
No, not the latter. It's the former. It's amazing because we're really funny. Hey, Hobo, did you give a listen to my podcast, Joe on Joe? Tell me now. Here's what's interesting. when they left Hoth, they had a fleet of Star Destroyers.
Yes.
They then knew. Yeah, there were like 5 Star Destroyers. It was like his Imperial one, and
I guess there was
the Executor, and then there were a bunch of small ones. Right?
Okay. Yes.
No pressure to answer. That's okay. I'm totally laughing. That's fine. So now they know that they're coming to this to Cloud City.
Whatever you need.
Why didn't the whole fleet not flock to Cloud City? You know what I mean? Why are they not once again
We will never surrender
like
to the
escaping
resistance.
6 Star Destroyers?
Right. Exactly. Like why?
Like
Yeah.
there's one. His
Yeah.
Executor.
Wouldn't Vader try to sick his Star Destroyers on
If
them?
he knew this was going down, it would ruin everything.
Right.
Yes. Unless when he broke up, they all went so far that maybe they didn't
Right.
get back, but I feel like they did.
Okay.
Because he was built right just before you did, you know?
Right.
I don't know.
So was Lando actually like pressured into following the Empire, or was
It's called Joe on Joe.
Let's take him.
Yes, he was. Oh yeah, that's why I don't dislike Lando for the choices. They showed up and they were like, "You're the
Remove the
Governor.
few remaining
He's not
resistance
governor.
from the area.
mayor?
Give me the word for it. But you're running Cloud City. You're the Baron. You're the Baron. That's
You the Baron.
Yeah, you're the Baron because he's responsible for hundreds, if not, I don't know, thousands of people.
Right.
We'll just say hundreds.
Okay.
He's responsible for hundreds of lives of miners who decided to put their family there, all they mine the gas, and live
Right.
there, and, and do this. He's responsible for that. Yeah, G.I. Joe podcast, you're absolutely right. The Empire shows up and says, if you
All
don't
remaining troops,
sell
fall back.
out
This operation has failed.
these 4 people, 3 people, maybe 3 people in a door,
We're gonna kill everybody.
yeah, we're going to murder all these families. I don't blame him for making the choice that he did.
Okay. I
Because
don't.
he's got no firepower to fight him. He's got
Right.
no way against it.
That's true.
And the initial deal, as we see, was Vader was like, I just want these people, and then we'll leave.
Right.
And then when he goes, a garrison will stay here, that's not the deal. He's like, I'm altering it. Pray I don't alter it any further. Right, and that's when
Force
it's like,
choke.
yeah. Oh, thank you, my man. I appreciate it.
yeah.
I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, so when he alters the plan, that's when Lando's like, oh man,
I
you could
screwed
have
up.
predicted it, but yeah, but he had no choice.
I understand that.
He had no choice, so I don't blame Lando for that. And he does his best to make up for it. He spends the next year searching for Han.
Right.
It's another good year until he gets a Jedi. It's 3 years between Star Wars and Empire, and then like a year between Empire and Jedi.
Right. What episode was I on for Joe and Joe? Episode 69? 68?
Yeah, if you want to listen to Michael, he was with me about a year ago. Yeah, so it was about maybe 40 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Just do a search. It'll say whatever's up. Do you remember what your episode was about?
It was the Once Upon a Joe.
Oh, about the when Shipwreck's telling the construction crew.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
Once Upon a Joe with Michael Feldman, and it's a really fun episode.
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah, there's a crazy machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded a bunch more PSAs last night.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
It's pretty funny. Hopefully it turns out well.
I'm with you.
Hey, listen. Hey,
yeah.
Twitch is Twitch.
Yeah. We're just here just to hang out.
Yeah, we're here
Yeah.
because we just want to be able to say we did it. We love Star Wars. We love talking Star Wars. It's got to be super jacked up to watch The Last Jedi.
Oh, so jacked up.
So,
Luxury Hobo, are you going to go see it on Thursday?
yeah, do you have plans to see it already,
Yeah.
Luxury?
By your side.
Halloween. He also says it's Halloween. Chicago says Tatooine.
Tatooine. No. They might.
Night
They've
one.
taken the
Yeah.
upper hand.
Night one.
Yep. Us too.
Yep. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Actually,
you looking at for after work?
I would think about the movie theater across the street after.
We're going to be up on Sunset. We're
Are we?
parking lot.
Okay.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
I was going to look at the spot.
Okay, that's fine. Big Show wants them.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people know Serene. Cool.
Have them on their heels.
We'll be talking about it on next week's
Yes,
episode
yeah.
of Twitch.
Yeah, so next Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We'll do it, and then I think we'll probably take the Christmas weeks off.
Yes.
'Cause I know I'm not going to be in the office the week of Christmas.
Yeah, I will not be.
Yeah. So we'll probably take a couple of weeks off for that,
Yeah.
but we love having you on, Luxury Hub.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night we're going to be back here. We're going to be playing more Battlefront and watching Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know that we're going to be doing this on Wednesday, even though we said we were. It turns out we have
Taking the advantage.
Belty and I, we're part of the marketing team. We actually have a marketing dinner that
I
night.
was just about to say that.
Yeah, so we might, I'm going to bring all the stuff, and if some of our other guys, like Spencer or Tom or Angel, they want to do it,
Yeah.
they'll have everything here to do
Yep.
it, that we won't get in their way.
Nope.
I got your back.
Yeah, marketing dinner.
Yeah.
But so we won't be here for the night that would be The Force Awakens.
Yes.
We miscalculated a little bit, but
Yeah,
you know what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. The movie just ended. I love my first Star Trek so much.
Yeah, me too.
I freaking love it.
It's a great movie.
I love it. Love it.
Great episode.
Yeah. So everybody, hey, listen. If you are watching, if you're watching the stream on the rerun, go to GameFly.com and subscribe and get the best games delivered to your door. You can be playing Star Wars games within a couple days. For prices start at $15.95 for one disc.
For one
And
disc.
I think it's $20.95 for 2 discs a month,
Yeah.
which is a steal compared to prices of games. 2
Yeah.
discs, you buy 2 games in a month, it's $120 at most.
Easy.
Minimum $80.
Yeah.
Like,
Easy.
especially first run games, stop it. And, you play a game, you might not actually like it. Like, you might be frustrated with all the changes EA made to Star Wars.
That's true.
So you're like, you know what, I don't need to own it. I'll just return it and get another game from GameFly.
That's
You know what I'm also playing now? Sherlock Holmes.
That's cool.
I like those games.
Little mystery.
Yeah.
Murder mysteries.
What you want to know what you tell your friends about GameFly versus Game? Oh yeah, you told us the other night. They think we're ripoffs or something like that, right?
What's GS?
GameStop.
Oh, GameStop. Yeah, we're not related to them
Yeah.
at all. But just so you guys know, I'll be streaming over the holidays.
Oh, what's your Twitch channel? Give it up.
It's Feldie, FELDDE. Luxury Hobo. It's not going to be this GameFly Live, but I will be streaming if you want to hang out. I'll be playing some WoW. I'll be playing some Destiny, maybe Destiny 2. It all depends. But I'll hang out.
Wait, yeah, you should totally subscribe to Kelly's Twitch channel. So wait, Hobo, I bet you're gonna say they buy the game at $60, they play it hardcore for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then they return it and they get $40 back, right?
Yeah. I forget a lot. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No problem.
Or you know what? This video will be up. Just tune in and rewind it.
Yep.
But either way, we're gonna call it a night.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Luxury Hobo, for hanging out with us.
for hanging
and
out.
thanks to anyone else who's watching. And tomorrow night, come on back for Return of the Jedi, which I'm gonna.
My favorite movie.
I'm gonna defend it. I love
My
it. I
favorite
love
movie.
Return of the Jedi. I'm gonna defend it. A lot of people hate on it for the Ewoks.
No, I love it.
I think the Ewoks are pretty awesome. They're
They should-
savage.
They should be.
They are
They
savage.
are savage. Straight savage.
Yeah. So tune in tomorrow night, guys. Thanks a lot. Signing off.
Bye, Luxury Hobo.